I didn't see the audio levels bouncing, and I was like, why is that? It's because the audio deck was on mute.
Oh, silly Billy.
So the second I didn't see any news, I was like, right,
Oh,
I need to make sure I fix this straight away.
I'm sure they would have said something.
They would have definitely said something.
Yeah.
They definitely would have said something.
Yeah.
But I caught it because I was watching for it, because I look for it now. Good afternoon, you wonderful human beings. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining us on this fine Tuesday lunchtime. It is gorgeous outside. One of those days that I love and Joe hates.
Yeah. I mean,
It's not so bad
it's
today.
been 2 weeks of just hell, really.
He's not a fan
When
of
it's
hot weather.
when it's so hot, you don't want to leave your house. You're like, it seems like a waste of weather.
Yeah.
You know, like everyone's like walk outside and then like, no, this is gross, and go back in. It's like I understand why some European countries just sleep all day.
Well, yesterday I spent a long period of time out of the house. I ended up driving to Chippenham and back for a meeting, and I was sat. I turned up at the car park for where I was meeting the person,
Yeah.
and I'd driven my car up there with the aircon on, lovely, beautiful, cold and refrigerated. And I got there, I was like, fucking beautiful day. And I've just driven up here with the aircon on 16 degrees.
Yeah. That's the perks.
What a waste of sunshine.
Well, I think you need it. I think like where I live in Shaftesbury, there's a bit of a breeze at the moment, which is helping a little bit, but it's still pretty awful.
Yeah. So, hey, that's what... That. I was like, it's a beautiful day, and I've just spent the whole day in fucking aircon, which was shit. But then in the evening, I got out on the bike, so it wasn't too bad. Good afternoon, you wonderful human beings. Like I said, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining us today for the Liam and Joe show. There is something we need to talk about quickly, right? Which before we cover off the main topic, and that is tonight. So Joe and I, we don't have another person for a throuple.
Yeah.
We have no threesome tonight, so we can't do a 40k game because it's just him and I. So I'm trying to work out what the fuck we do, whether Joe and I do something, whether I do a talking head show like normal when that's the case, or whether we have a night off. Full spoiler alert, right? If the show does really well today, we might just take a day off or take a night off, which actually is quite helpful for me as well. And I'm not going to get all upset and emotional and personal about it. But at the end of this week, I am moving. So more time to pack stuff would be incredibly helpful. But that depends on how well the Liam and Joe show does. So we can instantly say a massive thank you to Deeks, Mr. Sam Deacon, who gifted 10 memberships.
Oh, thank you, Deeks.
I know.
I hope that you do have air conditioning. You know, I hope you do stay. I hope your house is always the perfect temperature. You know, when they say, "Oh, it's room temperature," he is always room temperature.
Yeah.
Yeah, the perfect room temperature.
So yeah, that's where we're at. If you want to talk to us about anything that's happened over the course of since we last spoke, if you want to have any opinions on the show topics, feel free to stick them on a postcard. If you haven't already, please make sure you smash all those magical YouTube buttons for us. Hit the like button if you enjoy the content. Smash subscribe if you haven't already, and then tickle your bell end. The other way you can support us, if you'd really like to, is you can gift memberships, you can become a member. Those two things are massively important. 88% of our revenue is generated from members and gifted members. It's hugely important to the channel. It's how we keep the lights on. It's how we keep Joe and I in a job. And it's been doing terribly for the last 3 or 4 months. So we'd really appreciate it if you have the spare and you want to support us and you think the show's worth it, if you chuck your members at us and wave your members in our face, that'd be amazing. I think that's it. That covers everything.
Yeah.
For admin sides. So there we go.
Can I? Oh. You know.
Go on.
So it's kind of on topic.
Yeah.
You know, everyone is being saying guard are terrible.
I wondered how long it would take for you to bring this up.
Right. Someone got very emotional. Someone got very emotional at me last week.
Not everyone's been saying God are terrible, have they, Joe?
I've been saying since the start of the edition, the guy is fucking incredible.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Right,
you have.
You build the right list, and everyone's like, "No, it's terrible." And some people have got quite emotional towards me about how terrible guard are. And then I was vindicated this weekend. Not once, but 2 people went 5-0. One person scored 104 games in a row. Like over 5 games, they only dropped like 3 points the entire event.
Yeah, 400's 197, wasn't it? I saw that.
And then
That's the one
another
I saw.
person went 5-0 with 3 100s, and there's like a 98 and a 95.
I didn't know that one.
Right. So Guard are actually amazing, and you're the problem.
So hashtag listen to Joe.
Hashtag Joe is always right. And
So that first one that you spoke about with 400-point wins and 197-point win, I saw that yesterday. And the second I saw that, I was like, I wonder how long it will take him before he brings that up on the show.
I've been saying Guard are actually incredible. Like, watch this space. Again, it happened. So, vindication for Joe. I will take my apologies from you all in the shape of gifted memberships and boxes of hellhounds.
Boxes of hellhounds. Okay, cool. Right, cool.
I only need 3.
Yeah.
Where's the
what?
handlebars of my little bike?
Bicyclette. Little bicyclette. So Joe is back on Drakari. I am back on Wind Riders at the moment because, Eldar. And we're both feeling elves right now.
I don't really have much left to build now. I've got to build... I've got 1 Raider to build and a Ravager. I've got 3 bikes here, 5 Incubi. No, 5 Mandrakes. And then I could probably start painting. I wouldn't say no to more Raiders, though, but I think I need 1 more box of Incubi to get me to the full 30.
Are Raiders white boxes now, or are they?
I don't know what the Raider situation... I don't know.
Are they still in the combat patrol?
I don't even know what's in the combat patrol, if I'm honest.
Because if they're still in the combat patrol, we've got them downstairs. There used to be 2 in one, didn't they?
The good one, which I know has gone away now, the good one was Raider, Ravager, Incubi, Cabalite Warriors.
Yeah, that one.
That was fucking incredible.
Is that not the one anymore?
No, I don't know if it's the one. That's basically the one I've had that. So I've had that one. That's why I have a Raider and a Ravager.
Okay. They're different? I thought they were the same kit.
They're 2 separate. They're 2 different kits. Or that the Ravager is based on the Raider kit, but it has an extra sprue of little guns.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So that's what we're doing. So if you're hobbying along, let us know what you're doing, you wonderful human beings. And what I thought we'd talk about today, Joe, was has the launch of 11th edition been a success?
Yes. Done.
Right.
Based on... Go home.
Based on...
It's great.
Right.
I'm loving it. Loads of people are loving it. Yeah, Games Workshop made money. It's all selling out.
Great. It's not sold out because we've still got it in stock. I think GW still got it in stock.
I think Games Workshop did sell out and then got more stock and then sold more. I think they're doing...
So there's a few places that still has it in stock.
Yeah. I know a lot of people sold out on day one. So, like, it is... I think it's done incredibly well. I do think it's one of the best editions we've had.
Yeah, and I'm inclined to agree. Like, in terms of my experience with it, I'm absolutely inclined to agree with you that I think it's a success. I think it's fucking great. But our numbers haven't shown that it's a success.
Yeah.
Because they're the same.
Is that because people are just playing it?
No, I don't know.
We haven't seen much channel growth in the last few years anyway.
I don't know if it's just,
So we have a very good core viewership.
Maybe that's just us though. Maybe we're the problem.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm the problem.
So I think like our streams at the start of the edition have been very, very good. And then they kind of gradually went down to the normal numbers. But I think that's also a case of people have got so much offering to watch, right? Because it's not just us that are creating content. It's Art of War, it's Vanguard Tactics, it's Tabletop Tactics, it's Hellstorm. There's just fucking hundreds of channels now. You can fucking throw a stick and hit a Warhammer content creator nowadays. So I think the variety for people to watch lots and lots of channels is out there. And yeah, I think I think just there's more offering to it.
Yeah, so I'm in the process of looking into and working on some stream improvements that give us some more cool things we can do during live streams to kind of try and differentiate us a bit, because I feel like we're not differentiated enough right now. Although we've got without doubt we've got the personalities, Joe. Right? We've got the characters.
Yeah.
But what we don't have is some kind of like, or a couple of like different like stream gimmicks that would make the stream stand out a bit from others. So
Yeah.
I'm working on them. They'll take a little while. They're not like easy fixes. But your friend in Canada, incredibly helpful individual.
Yeah.
So I'm quite positive now. I was getting to a point where I was hitting a brick wall and I was like, I don't know how I make more improvements. And so he's now, essentially he's given me the tool to get past that brick wall.
Yeah.
So I'm now more positive again about it, which is really good.
Oh,
But back to the addition anyway. So that's a us thing, that's a numbers thing. And our numbers thing would show that actually it's not necessarily a success. It's not a failure, but it's not a success. Not a lot's changed. Bring back Brom. Brom's got to want to come back. Brom's been absolutely fucking hammered with family stuff over the course of the last year. He knows full well if he wants to come back and play games, he can come back in a heartbeat and play games. But he's on the schedule. He just tells us when he's available. He's just not available. And there are reasons for it. So, and the thing is, chat, is at the moment with the money the channel makes, we can't afford more than me and Joe. So like that's where we stop. If the channel's revenue increased by 40%, 30%, 40%, we would hire. I'd be looking at hiring another person. But then we'd always have 3 people. Definitely, have another hire.
Yeah.
And I think we can get there one day. I can, because I think personally that 11th is fucking great.
Oh, it's incredible.
I think it's an insanely good addition. I think the people that are being negative about it are people that are just negative for the sake of being negative.
I think the people who are negative about it are probably people that were going to be negative regardless.
Yeah, they have this anti Warhammer 40k or this anti Games Workshop fucking rhetoric going on. These people we've met them loads. They exist. Some of them have even got their own YouTube channels. Right? Games Workshop's the worst. Games Workshop's the devil. Games Workshop's failing.
Yeah.
That happens all the time.
But Games Workshop catch flack for stuff that's not even their fault either, right?
Yeah, correct.
If it's just Warhammer adjacent, they'll get the blame.
But anybody who isn't just normally negative anyway, and there's a few people that I've seen that are like that. Anybody who just isn't normally negative anyway is pretty positive about 11th.
Yeah.
Like the amount of people that I'm like, there's a couple of people I spoke to who was like, one guy in particular, he said something along the lines of, and I'm not going to get this 100% right, but something along the lines of, I only played 5 to 6 games of 10th edition.
Yeah.
I played 10 games of 11th already.
Yeah.
So that for me would indicate it's much better than the last edition.
Yeah.
And that's a singular case, but there's a couple of them where I've heard sort of similar stories. That's the most extreme one that I'd heard. Those sorts of numbers. They're not, I don't remember exactly, but you know.
I think the new edition might be a bit harder for casual players.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, because in the people that play one game every 3-4 months will probably not struggle more, but I guess it's harder to kind of just do a pickup game. In 10th edition, everything was so standardized, everyone just played the same 3 missions and the same 3 terrain layouts over and over and over and over again.
And lists were kind of
similar. So it was easy for a person who played it 4 months ago to kind of just be able to pick it up and play the same thing. And the game won't have changed too much for them. There might have been a balanced data slate, or some points of stuff went up and some points went down, or there might have been FAQ. But now there's more steps to setting up a game now. Like, one of the cool things about going to an event now is that you could have about 6 tables around you, and you're all playing on different terrain layouts, and you're all playing a different type of mission, which is really, really good. But like, one person who plays a game in January might come back in May, and they're like, they have to write a new army list and they've got to do a new disposition that they've never really looked into, and then when they come to the table, they're like, I don't recognise this terrain now. There's more setup, and I think this edition will probably reward people who learn the entire deck. They learn the matchups. They learn how their army plays the game, and I think 11th edition will also reward people to sticking with one army.
Do you reckon?
Well. Yeah.
I kind of hope that's the case.
Yeah.
Because I love sticking to the...
But I think the game, if you're someone who plays week in, week out, it's the best edition because there is so much variety. You can't, like I said, like it rewards like playing one army, but if you play lots of armies, the variety that you'll have is huge.
Sheep says, I've watched less 11th purely because it's a bit harder to follow until I know all of the missions, so it's been harder to follow on stream. Is there a way in which we can solve that problem? Is there a thing we... Because he then goes on to say, but as an addition, it's amazing to play. It is amazing to play, without doubt. I'll come back, Liam. I'm watching, but a few minutes behind. Okay.
I think...
You're welcome to come back, Andy. I might need you soon.
I think the need, like, to have the mission, each player's mission come up every turn could help as a refresher if people are learning and getting into the edition. If you go, Joe's doing this turn, Tom's doing this turn, and then as long as you're showing each person.
So we're one of the stream improvements we're making at the moment is the missions tab that we used to throw up on the screen. That used to have a basic card that I made in a design file that said, loosely, this is how you score some primary points. This is the twist, and this is the deployment map. So we're changing it, and we're changing it so that you have the two individual missions. The screen will come up. On the left-hand side, it will have player one's mission with the details. On the right-hand side, it will have player two's mission with the details. In the middle, it has the deployment map. And the idea is that we can, at that point, we can flash it up each turn. Just a reminder, this is what the guys have got trying to do, you know?
I think having the top-down show deployments and what's it called?
Prime mission.
No, you got your deployment and your territory. So if you can show territory on a top-down perspective would be good as well, because having played a lot of games, playing lots of people, there's been confusion about deployment and territory. Some people are taking territory as to mean deployment zone. Yeah, but you want an overlay for the top down as well.
Oh, as in when we're showing actual top down?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, we can do that.
You need a transparent bit which will show, which you want an overlay for the top down that shows deployment zone. That's like that. But I think if you can show,
you guys can't see. But
if you could show a transparent blue and a transparent red, and you could put a line on the screen, so
I can do that.
People watching can see.
What you guys can't see is this is our mission layout. Look, disposition, or mission.
I would also argue that we do need more angle cam shots. We do need... People have asked for basically the entire 10th edition to have a picture of the army, because people want to see what the models look like.
Which again, right, and this is the thing, right? Managing expectations is hard here.
Yeah.
Because when someone like Joe, or when someone like Tom or Paddy or whatever, when they're coming to play, what time do they turn up? 6, half 6?
Yeah.
I have the time to film an army intro.
Oh, we don't need an army intro, we just need a picture of the army.
Pictures are shit.
But I still think they serve a purpose to see what the army look like.
But even then, if they rock up at let's say they rock up at half 6, which isn't uncommon for Tom, right? I've then got to have a clear table, set up the whole army.
That's why we have
take a photo.
We have a table around the corner, which we can just have always set up to put an army on.
Well, if you want to build something, if you want to give me a list of things you need to build an army display set up there, I'm here for it.
And then all you do is just put the army on it, take a picture, bang it over to the computer, and then you just put it in. Because I think people are always like, oh, because like when Sean's playing, they're like, "Oh, the green of that army looks sick. Can I see more of it?" And we're like, "No, no, you can't." And I think just having one big picture, or like you put a picture and then you inject a panning shot on the still image, people will still be happy with.
I flat refuse to do that.
But like, I just think people just like the idea, because then someone go, "Oh, I really like the look of that army last week. I want to copy that. Where can I see a picture of it?" And then you go and find it. You know, if like having the guys be more active on Instagram and have pictures of their armies on it, you can then link those persons' Instagrams to the channel, because then it means that they go, if you want to see more pictures of Sean's army, here's his @ you know.
Yeah, okay.
Also, what was the other thing I was thinking about? Come back to me. Something else I was thinking of for intros. Being able to draw on the screen on the deck.
Oh, so that's one of the things I'm working on.
Yeah. Not just so you can just draw dicks everywhere.
I mean, that's partly for it, though, right?
But I think when someone goes, "Oh, this unit," so you can go onto a top down, because you only need it on top down. Is you go, "This unit here is doing engage." Like if it's a spawn mine, it's hard to see on the screen, but you could circle it. Or you go, "This unit here is doing action. This unit here is doing action." If someone in chat goes, "Oh, that's in the wrong place," you could go, "Actually, no, it moved from here to here," kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, well, so there we go. I didn't want to say it because I don't like the pressure of I'm saying I'm going to do this thing. I don't know if I can do it yet, but I think I'm working.
There's a lot of channels that are already doing this kind of stuff, and I think it's more of a case of there's a catch up is needed. More like people are probably more likely to watch an Art of War or a War Games Live because they have that kind of stuff. Joe at War Games Live's got a really nice sliding cam set up, where he has a camera here, here, and there. He has like cameras on all four sides on roving bars, which is harder to do in terms of a nice setup. But like having an angle cam there, an angle cam over there, which can see it nicely, would be cool. But obviously that's quite expensive.
Yeah, we have the other issue with like we're at a point now where, because we do it in 4K and most others don't, we're at a point now where to make a lot of this stuff really sing actually is a whole new PC build.
Yeah.
Because if you know PCs, chat, you'll start to understand what I'm talking about. If you don't, this is going to sound like complete fucking gobbledygook. But we have 2 PCIe mounted capture cards to bring in the 7 cameras that we use to run the show. And the second PCIe capture card runs at a slower speed than the main PCIe capture card. So the main PCIe capture card takes 4 4K 60 inputs and hasn't got a problem with it. And you'll notice that when we put it on angle cam, if someone moves, it's a bit kind of laggy and delayed and slow. And that's because they go through the second slot, which is a significantly slower speed, and it struggles bringing in 3 4K 60 streams at once and then putting it into our streaming software, OBS. So the way you solve that is by a different motherboard that has 3 PCIe slots that are max speed, because the first one we use for the graphics card, because we have a 3090 graphics card in there to run the whole thing and knit it all together and put it out to you in 4K. So that's where. And a PC build to do that is not 20 quid. Obviously, it's fucking turbo expensive. There is a way we can solve some of the laggy stuff if we downscaled the streams and the cameras to 1080p instead of 4K. But I like the fact that we go out in 4K, and there's a few people that said, "Oh, I like the fact that I can watch in 4K." So I don't feel like I want to go down a level. So I'd need a new PC to do it, and I'm just not in a place where I can do that right now.
Yeah. I think some people are happy with lower quality. They're like, meh, kind of thing. But I think if it's all low quality, then it's kind of on. If it's consistently lower quality across the brand, I think it's fine. But if some of it's 4K and some of it's a lower quality, I think it causes some issues visually. You know, a bit of visual whiplash.
Yeah. There's a couple of different ways we can do it as well. So there's stream decks that are multi-camera setup. on multi-camera input setups. They're more complicated to build the whole setup. They're like camera switches like actual TV channels use. To buy 4K ones of those are genuinely bank breaking. But we can buy 1080p ones, but to buy 4K ones are genuinely bank breaking.
Yeah.
And I know that because I've researched it, I've looked into it, because I want to do the best possible job we can do.
Also, having things like roving cameras also requires more people.
Yeah.
You know, so you go from a 3-man team to a 4-man team for one roving camera. And then, you know, if you want more commentators, there's more people on top as well.
Yeah, and if we're a tactics with fucking 8 fucking staff members, then it's all right, isn't it? You can do that.
I think there's also we sit in a realm of we're middling in the sense that tabletop tactics is kind of mostly all narrative. Art of War is mostly all competitive.
Just do it hands-on angle cam. I am never going to do handheld anything on live stream because it is awful.
It's very difficult to get a decent handheld that's not like juddery or like has a wave in it. Also, there's 3 types of ways of doing handheld. One is just holding it in your hands. So that person has to just hold onto the camera the whole time. And then when they hold the shot, you're relying on their arms to kind of keep it still. There's an angle camera which is like on a big stick. So you kind of move the stick, plonk it down, try and get an angle. But then you have, the stick almost like increases the sway. It's either left or right, backwards or forwards. But then you have to constantly be changing the height of the stick depending on the angle you want to get. Or there's a roving tripod, which is just a massive fucking ball ache to move a tripod around all the time, even if it's on wheels. And then because it's always moving, it has a cable, and then so the cable gets caught up in stuff. Or you can have wireless ones, but then they have a delay on them normally, and then you have to constantly be checking battery packs as well.
Batteries dying midstream is not fun.
Yeah. But yeah, you kind of want a set angle cam there and a set angle cam there that doesn't really move, apart from just lifting the angle up, lifting it down.
Putting Toby up for playing tonight. Toby's not available tonight, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
At the rate things are going, armed robberies of RAM shipments is going to be a thing. Fucking right it is. It is, yeah, it's mad.
I do feel like the AI bubble will burst soon.
Can you get a model train set that goes round the table, whack a camera on that? You probably could, yeah.
I feel like something's got to change in the technology space as it is, you know.
And it will. It has to, you're right.
Yeah.
Logically, not logically, theoretically it kind of has to, because otherwise it fails.
Yeah.
Dog cam is a thing I want to bring in as well when he's finally here.
So, but yeah, I think there's a few things like increasing the quality of the top down in terms of what it's outputting, in terms of graphics. I think army shots is quite good because some people midway through the game, you can just occasionally cutting to the army list because people are always like, oh, what's the army list? Just being able to bang that up is quite good, but also showing pictures is good. You kind of wanted to turn it into much more of a bigger production.
Yeah, essentially, just make improvements. The best. This is the thing. Like the best improvement we could make in the future is another staff member, because then we just avoid the situation pretty much entirely where we have to cancel game streams, which is beneficial. And that's the downside with needing 3 people to do a stream realistically, is that whilst there's only 2 of us at the moment, because Tom's a volunteer, Paddy's a volunteer. Paddy's now away for a very long time. Sean's a volunteer. Adam and Simon are volunteers. You know, these people, we can't say to them, you need to come and do a show, because they just give up their free time to come and play Warhammer with their mates. So We'll get there. I think we'll get there one day. But I think making the stream improvements that you've talked about is probably the first step. I think that's the first big step to do that sort of stuff. If you want to build an army setup table, let's do it.
Yeah,
I'm here for it. Absolutely, 100%. I'm here for it.
The other obviously is also doing more streams, but obviously that puts more reliance on
Me.
on you and other volunteers. You flip the script on the sit-in talks, and you go Monday, Wednesday, Friday game streams.
Do people want more game streams? I mean, sometimes I'm struggling to man 2, so manning 3 is going to be fucking near impossible.
People always want more. That's the thing. What's wrong with you?
I'm sad I don't live closer to Hampton. I would love to play. We'd have to vet you first.
Yeah, can't let anyone on. That's also the problem. The problem about also getting people, like, there is a jeopardy to actually just letting anyone play, because they can say anything, you know.
Yeah. Literally.
Yeah.
And you do, don't you, Joe?
Yeah. I know where the line is.
The thing is, I am genuinely quite confident in the edition. I think the edition, like I said, as a success, I think it is a success. I think it didn't sell as well as I thought it would. I thought it would literally be fully sold out everywhere, and it's not. And I don't know if that's because they just made loads more, or...
I think there's also a case of that people aren't very rich at the moment as well.
Now we're feeling that.
I think people aren't spending as much money on Warhammer. I think that's also why Games Workshop's spreading a lot of the 40k release out. You know, like the game came out a little while ago, and we're only just getting the terrain sets now, but we're not getting the full terrain sets because they're not going to be for a little while. I think Games Workshop knows that people are bought. That's why they announced that the new codexes are going to be cheaper than they currently are. They're going to paperback to make them cheaper to create, which means that they can pass that thing. So Games Workshop are aware of people's spending habits and making things cheaper. The fact that the new starter box is £150 direct from them is insanely cheap. It's like crazy. I didn't see. I thought it would be closer to 200.
It's a good value box,
with the full terrain set in it.
Yeah, it's a really good value box.
Depending on how much the individual kits are for terrain, it might be cheaper to buy you might have to pay a little bit more, but it might be cheaper to buy the army starter box, the starter box set, to get half the set of terrain, but you also get 2 armies in it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, you end up in a situation where you're like, oh, I always want more orcs, I always want more.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the different sculpts as well, which is also a baller move by them, because everyone wants all the unique models for their army. Did you guys sell through your Armageddon boxes? No, we kept some back for event tickets. They're now on the website. We've got like 6 left, 5 left, 6 left. We're not loads left, because we did order quite a lot to start with. We have got some left.
I think because obviously that box set's not coming back. So you might find that Armageddon boxes, there'll be a quiet period, and then I think there'll be a quiet period of not selling Armageddons, and then as they start to disappear, you might find that people are like, oh, that's actually really good value for money. I want a land speeder, I want more Vanguard vets.
Oh, I don't see a world where at the end of 11th edition, we don't have none of them left. Like, I don't see that world happening. They'll sell, they'll go, but I expect them to be gone in the first week.
Yeah.
Now, part of that's because we held them back for event tickets, but then when they have become available, they've just not really shifted.
Megan and her camel says that there's 7 left.
Megan's camel?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, she's downstairs, so she would know.
Yeah.
I'm down to one left. Just curious how I didn't get more. Yeah, the allocations are weird, right? But hey. But that, I don't think... I guess a lot of people would suggest that number of boxes sold directly correlates to success. And it kind of does, but...
I don't think it does. I don't think it does because, as we discussed before the launch of the edition, there's people that don't play Orcs and there's people that don't play Space Marines,
fair.
right? And a lot of people have said, I'm not buying the box set. And also, we live in a world now, compared to, more so now than 3 years ago, and more so than 6 years ago, where the level of scalpers and box splitters is increased, like it's just perpetually increasing, right? So there's people that have gone, I don't want anything in that box set apart from the rule book and the cards. So they go to like eBay or Bits and Kits website and just buy the cards and the book for like 25 quid. Like, so Games Workshop's probably selling like less because it's easier to get the parts from inside those boxes.
You're not wrong, right? Some people don't collect Space Marines because they won't want the box. But that rule is the same for every starter box that's ever been released. Now, Leviathan, that sold out everywhere. So then we go, well, we don't know whether Armageddon is more or less of a success because it depends on how many are made. Because if they made 1 million copies of Leviathan and it sold out everywhere, and they made 5 million copies of Armageddon and there's a few left in a few shops, then you would say that Armageddon's a much bigger, a much better, more successful
people
release.
Are better at looking at trends as well, right? So it started with, what was one before Leviathan?
Cry Nexus,
where Games Workshop split that box set after release into the starter boxes of different varying sizes, and then you had the combat patrols, and then you had the individual sprue with characters on it. Was released separately, and then did it more so with Leviathan, right? There's fucking Leviathan, Space Marines, and Tyranids everywhere. They're a lot easier to get hold of. So I think a lot of people have probably seen the trend and gone, well, I don't need to buy the box set because the stuff I want from that will be released cheaper afterwards in certain places.
And it probably will be.
And it probably will be. You've got the Spearhead magazines, and people will be like, well, I'll just buy a box of Termagants for 10 quid in a magazine instead of spending 30 quid on the box set kind of thing. I think people are much better at finding ways of buying things cheaper now.
Yeah.
And I think Games Workshop sees that, and that's why stuff is coming out now for much cheaper.
Yeah, I think like things like the Codex thing as well. I think that's because Games Workshop maybe have realised that the Codex is, for a lot of people, the Codex is the gateway drug. Yeah. I know a lot of people, and I've done this, and I assume you have as well, that'll go, I'll get the Codex first.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I quite like those rules in there. Now I'm going to buy some models.
Yeah.
It's the gateway. It's the taster. So making that gateway cheaper is very logical. I think it makes a lot of sense. Right, chat, you beautiful humans. Halfway through the show, we're on 21 of the finest members right now. 70 likes. Liking's free. If you do enjoy me and Joe and you think that he is incredibly pretty, please make sure you smash that like button for us. He is pretty. We do love him.
Yeah. Even though they all say terrible things about me.
Do they? Do they say terrible things about you?
Yeah, that man was very mean to me about
He wasn't
guards.
mean to you specifically. He just
disagreed with everything I said.
He just decided to tell you everything that you said about guard was wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I get that quite a lot in a lot of streams. And the best part about that is I'm usually proven to be right very shortly afterwards. But, But I like how Games Workshop have once again proven that they do listen to the channel. For the reviews I've seen about the new terrain, it's made from cheaper plastic, cheaper coloured plastic, which I banged on at that drum for ages. That's how you make Games Workshop terrain cheaper. Just use cheaper plastic.
Hashtag Joe for CAO.
Yeah. It gets tiring being so right all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, I feel like Games Workshop should pay me some kind of royalties from stealing all my ideas.
Reasonable. Reasonable.
Yeah.
Did basically, as Joe said, didn't need the Space Marine or the Orcs, just got the rules cards off eBay for cheap.
Yeah.
They're not even that particularly expensive if you buy them as, without buying them off of eBay.
Yeah.
Not that bad. I'd invite anyone who thinks 11th edition launch has been a failure to document that feeling. We can pin it and revisit it when they publish their accounts later this year.
Yeah.
100%.
That's also why I think they're spreading it out quite a lot as well. Like a lot of their releases out. Because they're like, oh, we've made a lot of money. Let's just spread that out a bit more. You know, don't want to make too much money too quickly. If our CEO would get a chance tomorrow, yes. I would be in there and be like, what's wrong with you? Are you allergic to money?
What's the top changes you'd make if you're in charge of Games Workshop, Jay?
What top changes?
Yeah, what's the top changes? Chat, you can answer this question as well. Stick it on postcards. What's the top changes you'd make if you're in charge of Games Workshop?
Buying digital codes.
Okay.
For a start.
Probably one of mine, to be fair. So
yeah. I would move all of Warhammer TV from the Warhammer TV app to YouTube.
Reasonable.
Make it more accessible.
Probably not financially smart, but reasonable.
I think you still allow people to do it. You still buy a membership, but I think people are less inclined to use Warhammer TV because it's an entirely separate. It's not even like a real app either. It's more of just a link to a website. Whereas I just have it all on YouTube, and you can have it locked behind a YouTube membership. And then I would do a army building app for every game system that they do. Much like the 40k and AOS one. Because I feel like the accessibility of Old World and Horus Heresy specifically is the accessibility is made harder by the fact that army listing is a massive ball ache. And I know people in chat would be like, just use new recruit, just use blah, 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 blah. But if you're new to the hobby and you walk into a shop, a Games Workshop shop specifically, and you go, this Horus Heresy game looks really, really cool, I want to do that, the staff won't send you to a third company business, you know, to do it. They'll just tell you to read the books. But I think an app for every game system is required if they want an increase of people playing it. Because I think with Old World, their new Battle March system, I think is great. I think the game desperately needed it. But the step up from Battle March to the full game would be made easier with an app.
Okay. So apps for everyone.
Apps for everyone. Purchasing of codes. And I can't remember what the other one was. What was the other thing I said? Also, Catachans.
Catachans. Announced.
Oh, I'd actually increase the availability of terrain for all their game systems as well.
Okay.
Because, like, I feel like obviously now 40k has just received its new terrain setup, which I think is phenomenal. Age of Sigmar is lacking it. Horus Heresy is definitely lacking it. Because they don't really sell Horus Heresy terrain, do they?
Not really, no. I guess it's yeah.
Kill Team's quite well provided for because it's got those little kill zones you could buy, but I think they need to bring back some of the older ones.
Do you not think Heresy though is just use 40k terrain because it's the same thing? Or
yes, and I feel like Heresy to me requires like 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th edition style terrain, which is much grander, like much larger, much more like evocative.
Immersive.
Yeah, immersive. Same for like Old World. Old World's quite well supported, but the terrain is very expensive.
Yeah, we've got a load of it downstairs, and there's more of it than I thought there was.
Oh yeah, the fact that the Citadel trees never made it in, I would probably like to see a re-release, not a re-release, a remake of the Citadel trees, which are less of a massive ball ache to do. So like the Sylvaneth Wildwoods would be cool if they could go onto a large base. because like in Age of Sigmar, the terrain templates for trees is based on Citadel trees that they don't sell anymore. You could do it with Wildwoods, but they just fall over all the fucking time. Just a nightmare.
Wildwoods don't fall over. Got a big C-shaped base.
Yeah, but like if you're moving models in and around them all the time, then they fall over.
The models or the trees?
The trees. I think Age of Sigmar needs a terrain update. I was having this discussion with Mr. the Josh the other day. Currently, so now the current walls that you can buy are Azerite ruins, but they're kind of like the models themselves are more akin to buildings that are in the middle of being built, not falling apart, because they've got scaffolding around them to imply that they're building them. Whereas that part of the timeline within Age of Sigmar is about 500 to 600 years ago. The new buildings, the new ruins they released in the new Fire and Ash, the new Spearhead box set, is closer to what Sigmar architecture would be in terms of like a more Tudor style house, fantasy house that we're kind of used to.
Yeah.
So I think they do need to release those Sigmar buildings on a slightly bigger scale.
I don't know enough about the Age of Sigmar.
I do also think that I like the Sigmar terrain rules as they are at the moment. The terrain layouts are kind of cool, but Sigmar's, because obviously a lot of fights in Sigmar are done in large open fields near a place. The armies meet and then fight. So having scattered trees or scattered ruins makes more sense. But I would like to see a Sigmar city fight rule set, because there are sieges.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
There are battles that take place in the middle of like towns and cities and villages. So them releasing a terrain set and a rule set that would allow you to fight on streets would be cool. Because the armies fit into a city fight style.
Yeah. Some of them.
Like I'm looking at the ogre stuff now, and I can't imagine the ogre army is going to go over like 30 models. So they'd work in it. And like even orcs don't take up. Like no one's running 200 orc boys in an orc army.
In the Oryx.
Yeah. Some armies might struggle to function. Like one of the armies that I need to get 2 spearheads, but I've got a lot at home already, is the Gloomspite gets they're called the like the Sunstealer, all the Wolf Rider stuff.
Yeah.
I want to do them as a full army. I need to get a few more bits, but they'd probably struggle in the city because they're mostly chariots. But chariots going up and down streets is a cool visual in itself anyway.
Very Roman.
Yeah.
Love it. Anyway, chat, we're going to jump in a minute and see what you guys think. We are still on 21 members, so if you guys want to support us, chucking members at us is great. There's 250 people watching right now. If everyone throw 5 at us right now, right this minute, Joe and I'd be very happy ducks. Very happy ducks, right? So if you're thinking about supporting us, that's the best way you can do it.
If you want to bring duck-based joy.
I need to ask you guys as well what you want me to do tomorrow evening. Because tomorrow evening there's no point me doing my normal stream time tomorrow evening at all.
No?
Because no one will be fucking watching.
No? Why?
Because at 8 o'clock it's the semi-final of the World Cup.
Oh, yeah.
So no,
I'm assuming England are playing.
England, Argentina.
Oh.
So no one's going to be watching the show.
No diplomatic immunity for you.
So my intent was to just bring the show time forward and do it quite early and do it like, I don't know, 6 till 7:30 or something.
Yeah.
That's my intent. That's my like what my gut feeling was. But I wonder what you guys think. It seems to make sense, that one.
I'm not going to watch the football. I've not watched any England games so far.
I've watched every single one.
It's important that I don't now at this stage, because historically I've ignored the football all the way through because I don't really care, and then people are like, let's watch the football tonight, let's be sociable, and then I watch it and then they lose.
Well,
Every game of football I've watched in the semis and quarters and England always lose, so it's important that I don't. If you want me to.
I think we'll lose tomorrow night anyway, mate. To be honest,
Yeah.
I don't think you watching or not's going to make a massive
I
difference.
think the problem is, from what I've heard, is that the England football team, if they play against someone good, play good-ish football, and when they play against someone that they conceive to be bad, they're just very lazy and don't work very hard. And if you misjudge that, it's easy to fuck it up.
Correct.
Yeah.
Look at you knowing football.
It's just tactics, isn't it?
Yeah.
Skills, which I'm riddled with.
Riddled with skills.
Yeah.
So there you go. And if you do give 5 or more of the finest memberships, then you will get yourself a cheeky little Joe Hope.
Yeah.
Because you clearly still love them, even though he thinks you don't. Against Argentina, mandatory viewing, yeah.
I have noticed on social media, it's the only time during the World Cup that anyone has been anyone outside of England has supported England.
Yeah.
Because everyone's been like, screw England, they suck, we all hate you.
Until we face Argentina.
Yeah.
I think we lose, I'll be honest. I think we lose it, Joe.
So Argentina got good football players?
We've got Messi.
Yeah. Not tidy.
Oui.
Isn't he like
39.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't he old as balls now?
Yeah, he's born in the same year as you, 1987.
Yeah. Yeah, but I've seen him on the telly and he's walking around like he's got rickets.
Until he goes on the pitch and he's fine.
Yeah.
So we're on 31 members now. Go on, team. Go on, chat. 260 people. Everyone just gives one. Bang, 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 bang. And then Joe and I are allowed to eat for the day, which is a nice change, to be honest.
Infantino.
Yeah, he's the head of FIFA. He's the guy in charge.
Of FIFA.
Yeah, of FIFA.
Oh.
Bellend.
I mean, isn't everyone that works for FIFA corrupt?
I mean, that's a can of worms, but yeah. I bet this is fucked off miles away as well.
Is that diplomat who's like, corruption? Not all corruption is bad. It is good. It is only bad if I am not involved. But if I am involved, I will defend it. Great. Look it up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Joe, I've dropped the exhaust. Now I can't see it on this fucking carpet.
Oh, no, it's because it's so smoky. Infantino also sounds like a baddie who's also a baby.
A baddie who's a baby?
Yeah. Like, as in a baddie from, like a villain from, Boss Baby.
Yeah.
Boss Baby versus Infantino.
You're going to have to tell me what chat's saying because I can't see because I'm on the floor.
They say that you smell of poo.
Are they?
Yeah, frequently. We want.
Are they saying
We want important things in 82. Yes, yeah.
Are they saying that the channel
For strategic sheep purposes,
Hey?
We want important things in 82 versus Argentina.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Found it. And it's now stuck on.
Yeah.
Good. I love these little jet bikes.
Yeah. Have you glued the fronts on?
Yeah.
Oh.
Why?
Them and the heads I probably wouldn't have glued on.
Yeah, I'll glue the fronts on because they're all red.
Yeah, that's true.
The heads are white.
That's true.
If I just spray them all red, including the fronts, and then I can paint in the bits that go black because it's easy to paint black on red, and then just do the heads separately because they're white.
It is important that you know that if you do go black, you won't go back to painting anything else because painting black's super easy, super great. I'm tempted to do all my Dracari black but with red accents. That's what I'm going to do. Also football news, watching Haaland get off the plane with that raccoon vodka holder. Did you see that? Brilliant. Well, lad, I too want a stuffed raccoon drink holder.
You've become slightly obsessed with.
I think
Ireland, haven't you?
the thing about football is that it's too much about a game.
Right.
Right. Football to me through the years has really missed like celebrity that's relevant to kind of today's society. Because most celebrity in football is just stuck up people walking around in suits on red carpets, you know, generally being quite like rude or just boring. There's no wild like you're missing like Gazzers, you know. Remember when Gazza turned up to that hostage situation with all those tinnies and a fishing rod? Remember that?
No.
There's a hostage situation a couple of years ago. Gazza turned up off his nut, and he bought the guy some beers. Right, you don't have that. Who was the fucking Vinnie Jones? You know, there's none of that anymore. But I find that in Haaland, like he kind of understands social media a bit better. He understands how to get levels of kind of Raoul Moat, yeah, was the hostage situation. He understands what people like and what they want, and how to utilize things like shorts and being silly. I think he's kind of captured the world in that kind of style. I don't give a shit about football though. But what I do like about him in the Vinnie Jones Gazza era of his kind, like where they were very much blatant violence, he's kind of like accidental violence of kickballing someone's face. Accidentally, you know.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Because that is when I will watch shorts about football, is footballers pretending to be hurt and laughing at them.
Please don't get me started on that one.
Yeah.
Get me started on that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you better stop worrying about the World Cup soon, Joe, because I think we'll get knocked out.
I'm not worried about it. I'm not scared.
You'll stop hearing about it soon because we'll get knocked out.
It'll be over soon.
Yeah. Erling Haaland gained 20 million Instagram followers during the World Cup.
I'm not surprised. No one else has really popped up or shown any kind of interest. Although I have seen lots of videos of Harry Kane carrying around a little uwu doll.
Uwu.
You know.
I haven't seen that.
What
do you get shown that I don't?
Like, because apparently whoever wins a game gains custody of some little doll of some little girl.
I have no idea.
It's like a card. It's like an anime character.
Right, I have no idea. I have no idea, mate.
Well, I don't have a fucking. I could have researched it, but I just thought someone will tell me eventually.
Yeah.
And I'll just learn the news like through like just osmosis.
Right. Should we see how many of these people think we're worth paying for?
I suppose.
Yeah. We said thank you to Deacon right at the start for 10 gifted memberships. You're a legend. We're on 33 right now, and I don't want to have to get on my knees. Again. Thank you, Dead Man, for the $5. Had a great time at Hobby House on Saturday for the Drop Fleet tournament. It was great to meet you, Liam. Can't wait for my next visit. Good to meet you too, dude. I wasn't there for long on Saturday. I had stuff to do, but it was good to see everyone, and it was good.
Was there many people for Drop Fleet?
The venue was full.
It was full?
Yeah.
For Drop Fleet?
One table playing 40k. The 2 hobby bar tables were still free for people hobbying.
Yeah.
And then there's 2 tables that still had Toby's giant fucking palace thing on it.
Oh, yeah.
Everything else, every other table had Drop Fleet players playing on it.
That's crazy.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. And you can buy Drop Fleet from Hobby House right now if you !! Hobby House. Think Battlefleet Gothic-ish, sort of. And the first set of rules was made by, or written in partnership with Andy Chambers, who wrote Battlefleet Gothic. So it's Battlefleet Gothic for people that want Battlefleet Gothic whilst also not being 40k.
Which means I don't like it.
And
it's too different.
It's not that different. In fact, it's so not that different that I reckon if Battlefleet Gothic comes out, it probably dies. But I don't know. The guys.
Battlefleet Gothic dies or Drop Commander dies.
Drop Fleet Commander dies.
I think that's why we will get.
But that being said,
because Games Workshop's like, let's get rid of this this
That being said, it
copycat.
looks like a good game. It looks fun. The guys who've made it at TT Combat are fucking awesome. So, you know. But thank you for the $5. Thank you for coming down. Hopefully, I'm glad you enjoyed your weekend. Hopefully, we do see you again sometime very soon, because our venue is fucking awesome. Thank you, MS Hughes or Ms. Hughes, for becoming a Jarl tier member all by yourself. If you are a Jarl tier member, or if you're a Skald member, you can upgrade to be a Jarl tier member for a mere £4. And every single month, you get access to a free giveaway in Discord just by being a Jarl tier member. You go, the giveaway goes live, you just click enter, and at the end of the month, it will draw one of you at random for a £100 voucher.
Ooh.
Every single month. So for an extra £4, for £9 a month, £8.99 a month for Jarl tier, rather than the $4.99 for Skald, you then get access to a £100 a month giveaway potentially.
Oof.
Andy Chambers said it's basically Battlefleet Gothic 2. Yeah, pretty much. Tank the Unknowing. Tank, you beautiful fucking human being. Thank you for 5 gift memberships.
Thank you, Tank. I hope that your nemesis, every time they go and pay fuel, their card gets declined, and they have to go. They have to go and like get another card or get someone else to pay for it, and have to go through that level of embarrassment. They can have the money in their bank, but like I remember, I got absolutely screwed over when the Morrisons near my house changed how it takes money from your bank when you do pay by card, and it just emptied my bank account, and then obviously charged me for the fuel, and then it took like 2 weeks for them to put the rest of the money back in. And I was livid. I was livid.
Yeah, that's not supposed to be how it works.
Yeah, and then I had another time where I went and did it. I was like, oh, you know, they'll fit the bug. And then it charged my card, but then wouldn't let me take fuel out. So then I did, oh, cool, I'll pay by cashier, and then filled my car up, went in to pay, and then they were like, you've got no money in your bank account, because the petrol pump had basically still assigned 200 quid or whatever it was to the pay by card system. I was livid. I was like, it's there. You can see my bank account, it's there. But everyone looks at you like you're a piece of shit.
So what we're gonna do, Joe, right now, right?
Yeah.
I've had a quick thought.
Yeah. We will kill
for
people.
this Liam and Joe show, and if you've already done it, you're going to be in anyway. But for every single person who gifts 5 members for this Liam and Joe show, they will get entered into a voucher giveaway.
Oh.
For a £100 voucher, right? So you gift 5 members at 25 quid, you have an opportunity of quadrupling your money.
Oh.
And getting a voucher back. Right, for everyone who gifts 5 or more. If you gift 10, you'll get 2 entries. If you gift 20, you get 4 entries.
You're going to have to write this down afterwards, aren't you?
No, what I'm going to do is when the show finishes,
Yeah.
I'll keep the stream open. I'll take down every single person who's gifted and build a spreadsheet.
Yeah.
And with that spreadsheet, I'll stick it in Google Drive. And when I'm next to a Talking Heads show, wherever I am, I can open the spreadsheet, show all the entries, do a random number generator.
Yeah.
And that way people know that I haven't just picked a winner.
Okay.
It's the fairest way of doing it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That sounds fucking good, doesn't it? Obviously, there is a limit, right? So if you put 50 members in, you will get 10 opportunities to win a £100 voucher, but what you're doing then is losing money.
Yeah.
Because then you spent more than you're going to win, right? So that's probably not worth doing. But there you go. I like this idea.
Yeah.
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 I think it's a cool idea. There you go. Incentive, chat. An incentive to fund the Liam and Joe show.
Yeah.
And tell us that you think we're brilliant.
I can't wait to get my Drakari done. I need to get my Ultramarines done as well, but I'm probably going to paint my Drakari in the studio. Are we going to sell Vallejo downstairs?
Maybe. It's a bit of a pain to get hold of.
Yeah.
So possibly. Why do you like Vallejo?
Vallejo is my favourite airbrush paint. So
Vallejo's the airbrush paint that I've used most. To be fair, their air range is really good. So.
It's just a known quantity to me.
Thank you so much, Evan Manello, for 5 gifted memberships.
Thank you, Evan. I hope that you always get 10 chicken nuggets in every 6 that you buy.
That's a fucking banging hope, I'm going to be honest. That's an incredible hope, Jay.
Well, I'm always happy if I get 1 extra, so...
Yeah.
Although I've kind of gone off McDonald's chicken nuggets over the years.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I had a big arch burger the other day.
Yeah. That's basically their alternate Big Mac, isn't it?
Yeah, it was all right. I fancy something different. I'm not really a fan. I don't really like McDonald's, to be honest with you. I don't have if you said to me, here's Burger King, KFC, and McDonald's. McDonald's is my third choice. It's not my first choice. So I don't really like it, but the kids like it quite a lot. So, you know.
I nearly led a revolt in McDonald's the other day. I say the other day, it was like a month ago.
Led a revolt?
Yeah, because I think it was like a Sunday, I think, and I discovered the Big Tasty was back.
Oh, I do like the Big Tasty.
So we drove to my nearest McDonald's, which is like a 20-minute drive from my house to fucking Wincanton. They've got McDonald's there to get a Big Tasty, and they now put the Big Tasty in the standard Big Mac bun. They don't do a special Big Tasty bun.
I didn't know they did before. I'll be honest.
Right, the Big Tasty bun was the same size as the patty, but now they've reduced the size of the patty and they put it in a smaller bun. But the patty's still quite large compared to the bun. It's a fucking nightmare to eat now. It goes it is, I would argue, the truest form of the knife and fork burger. You know?
No, there's no such thing.
Because otherwise it just goes fucking everywhere. And then you have to basically eat a deconstructed burger if you don't want it if you don't want to eat like a toddler. I was fucking living.
Chris says I've been waiting I'm waiting on a new Vallejo rack for the last 8 months after paying for it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they're not. Apparently, they're not.
Are they still going through a
legal battle?
A legal battle / factory move.
Wasn't there like a workers' rights legal thing going on with them?
There was. Basically, they were building a new factory whilst maintaining the old factory. But from what I could tell, the old factory was quite dilapidated. Mikey covered quite a lot of it on his stream.
Oh no!
And that's the only way I learned about it.
I've got the drops today, Joe.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't know what's going on with you today.
Yeah, basically, the working conditions weren't great. You know.
Yeah, but subjective, I guess, isn't it? Because you complain that your working conditions aren't great.
Yeah.
A lot of people would say that your working conditions are fucking great. I'd say it.
I don't know.
Oh no, I need this piece.
Like I could do with the streams ending earlier.
On Tuesdays and Thursdays?
Yeah.
Why? You don't go home and go to bed anyway.
I do go home to bed.
You don't?
I do.
You don't? The amount of times you've gone home and then you've sent like lists that you've built or models that you've then built.
Well, yeah, because I struggle to go to sleep. Because
so finishing early is irrelevant then, isn't it?
Well, no, because it still means I go to bed earlier. Like it means that instead of going to bed at like 2, I'm going to bed at like 12.
This is a really small piece and I'm now really annoyed.
Sad times.
Hey?
So it's sad times.
Thanks. You're so sympathetic.
I've dropped loads of... What even is it?
It's a little bit that the panel mounts on that's like the screen for the jet bike. And like you cut the little bit off so that it.
Just make a new one. Have a bit of sprue.
Yeah, I might. It doesn't actually. You don't see it the way that I fit them, so I don't need it necessarily. But I also do need it because it saves me time.
Yeah, it's like Rizal says that McDonald's used to be inexpensive, low-grade food to feed kids when to cooking isn't an option. Now it's still low-grade food, but no longer inexpensive. Yeah, it's like...
It's fucking so expensive now.
It's insanely expensive now. Although they do the McDonald's reward scheme, which I've started doing.
Is it actually worth it?
It is actually worth it. I have had a lot of, like... It's really, really good, but also it kind of devalues their product at the same time. Because like I've had loads of free coffees out of it and free drinks. Because I use it normally either on the drive in or the drive home, where I'll get a drink to kind of help pass the time, which is really, really good. But it's like if you're giving this much food away for free to everyone, surely don't give it away for free and just lower your costs.
Yeah, but because of how many points you have to get that coffee or whatever it is, that drink, they would have just made more money out of it.
Because like Wetherspoons is probably cheaper than McDonald's now.
Loyalty schemes aren't designed to make necessarily more individual money on transactions. It's about getting people to just fucking
I still
stay.
think it's better than Five Guys though.
What, McDonald's?
Yeah.
Better than Five Guys? If you take the price out, I flat disagree, because I think I love a Five Guys. I fucking love a Five Guys burger.
I think Five Guys... No.
Is a Five Guys burger worth the price that they charge you?
No, because the problem
Absolutely
about
not.
Five Guys is that it's super greasy. And like when you finally get to it and you've taken it, because the problem is they've taken this scalding hot burger, put it with all this wet salad, put it in a bun, and then wrapped it in tinfoil, which creates like a greenhouse, like ecosystem inside the tinfoil. So what you end up then is just with a wet burger. You know,
I fucking love a Five Guys.
and you do have to remortgage your house to buy it.
And that's the thing. So that's why I said if you take the price out of it, I disagree. Because Five Guys is insultingly expensive for what it is.
I remember we did a tournament at Nottingham. We went to Nando's on the Friday, and then I got dragged into Five Guys on the Saturday, and it cost me more to buy a burger, chips, and one drink than it cost me to buy half a fucking chicken and a drink and sides. It was mental.
Yeah, I can believe that.
Yeah.
And that's where Five Guys lets itself down, is its pricing is insane.
Your mistake is ordering condiments on a Five Guys, but I immediately hate any place that when you buy a burger or a steak or whatever, you still have to order like a side of chips, you know, or anything. I'm like, the chips should always be free, you know. I know that everyone's like, oh, but you get loads of chips, and I'm like, yes, but they cost the earth. I have to buy 40 potatoes to get one small packet of chips. Burger King is better than McDonald's, though.
Well, that's what I said to you.
Yeah.
So, like, I would always have KFC first because I fucking love chicken. Then I'd have Burger King. Then I'd have McDonald's. I wouldn't have McDonald's first.
But
But
I find there's something quite comforting in a McDonald's.
do we get anyone else in for the voucher? We've got some more people in for the voucher giveaway.
Yeah.
If you give 5 members or more during this stream, you will be automatically entered into a £100 voucher giveaway. Right? And if Whitey55 is watching, I need to sort your
Popeyes.
voucher.
We don't have Popeyes in England, I know of.
I think I've seen it.
There's Popeyes chicken in Salisbury, but that's owned by a proper boss man.
Is it?
Yeah. That's not the brand Popeyes. But the Popeyes in Salisbury was goat tier when I lived there like 10 years ago. I don't know what it's like now. I lived in Minehead. I have seen another place, the lesser spotted Chick-O-Land, which you can only really consume if you're shit-faced.
That's true of a lot of food, though, to be fair.
Yeah. But they are great. you know. Taco Bell. We've got Taco Bell. Their little churro things, the puffy things, the cinnamon, are S tier. I did have a burrito from them once. I've had a couple, and I really enjoyed it. But I do take issue with them, is that when you add extra meat, extra salad, it's still the same size as a normal one. So I'm like, what have you get? You're either not putting it in there, or you're giving me less of something else.
Taco Bell is not good.
It should be like, we've got Mexigo, although I have decided that Mexi Fun in Southampton is better.
I didn't even know that existed.
Mexi Fun. It's on the same road as Games Workshop.
Is it?
Yeah, it is Mexi Fun. Can confirm. And you're also the same road as Games Workshop. I discovered the other weekend is we have a cake box as well.
I know that cake box. Yeah,
cake boxes. It's just a shop that sells fancy, expensive cakes.
Yeah, I know about cake box.
And that's great.
Thank you so much, Evan, for the $10. Excuse my ignorance, but can you explain taking multiple dispositions, only 3 DPs worth, right? But do you get the rules for both, and how does it affect the missions you play? Thank you, cheers.
So if you have multiple dispositions or multiple detachments, your whole army gains the benefit of both things. Some detachments only affect specific units. So, for instance, the one in Space Marines that affects land speeders, you know, I can't remember what it's fucking called now, top of my head, but all the stratagems and the abilities affect that detachment. But if you pair it with something like, is it Darkwing Flight for Dark Angels? The Dark Angels rules still affect the land speeders in the same way they did, but you might find that you can then, those land speeders are affected by 2 detachments, and you could play stratagems from both detachments on those land speeders. But the different dispositions have different names, so Purge, Reconnaissance, Disruption. You only get to pick one of those. But the benefit of having multiple detachments, it gives you access to multiple disposition secondaries to pick from.
Yeah, and then when you go into an event, you have to pick your specific disposition,
Yeah.
Purge the foe, taking hold, whichever, for the event, and then you have that disposition for the whole event. Detachment rules, yes, you gain the benefit of both, or 3 if you've got 3 detachments, because it's only 3 detachment points, but there are single detachment point detachments out there, and some of them you can take 3 single detachment points, and it kind of works.
Yeah.
At that point, you might get access to 3 different dispositions. Now, you do get all of the detachment rules. You don't get to use all of the dispositions. Some tournaments might even let you pick and choose before the tournament, before each game starts. I think for the most part, though,
I think most of them is you pick at the start. Yeah. I think,
which is probably the most sensible move.
BCP makes you pick one at the start. Like when you put your list in.
Yeah, hopefully that helps, Evan.
So
you can take 3 different detachments, each with a single detachment point cost. You'll get access to Take and Hold, Disruption, and Purge. You'll get access to them. That doesn't mean you get to use all of them. When it comes to playing your game, you'll get the rules from all 3 detachments, access to all 3 sets of stratagems, and when you're building your list, you get access to all 3 sets of enhancements. And then when you get to an event, you go, right, I'm going to pick, out of those 3, I'm going to pick Disruption, because I don't want to do Take and Hold, and I don't want to do Purge, and I pick Disruption. And then that's when you compare with your opponent, who might have picked Purge, and you get your mission. There you go, job's a good one. And it's, to try and explain it to people, it's slightly complicated. It's not the worst, but it's slightly complicated. And once people get the hang of it, it's such a beautiful system. I really love it. I think it's really, really good. Tank, thank you for $10. I think the list mix-up at the moment is fantastic, but waiting to see what the balanced data slate next week, brings.
Yeah.
I now want to play each week, even though I can't. It has me itching to hobby more, and that is why I would call it a success.
Yeah. I want to play all the time. I'm trying to get good at playing Disruption, although I have noticed I'd say about 90% of the games that I've played Disruption, I've now just played the same mission over and over and over again, because everyone's playing Purge. But it is really good into Purge. I think I'm on like a 95% win rate now on my app.
Oh,
Yeah.
Not bad.
Not
bad.
Yeah.
I haven't got any games logged on my app.
No?
No.
I don't know how many I've got logged on my app. Let's have a look. So, 40k app, War Journal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And I've lost 1, 2, 3.
Not bad.
Yeah. And
that doesn't include stream games because you don't log stream games either.
No. And 13 of those 14 games have all been Tyranids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bug hype. Thank you, Tank, for $10. I'm glad I'm genuinely glad you wanted to play each week in your hobby more. I felt a lot more compelled to hobby since the edition's changed. And if it wasn't for personal stresses, etc., I probably would have played more because I definitely enjoy playing a lot more now as well. A lot more. I definitely enjoy playing a lot more right now. I put myself in to play on Thursday actually because I haven't played for a week or two and I really want to. So, you know. Thank you, Farmer George, for $2. Could Joe take over Monday night Talking Heads?
I could do.
Did you want to? Hobby night with Joe?
Yeah. Don't mind. Yeah, I'd probably do hobbying because obviously I probably wouldn't do so much work during the day. But I'd need a camera at home because I have a camera at home because I've set up I've got a streaming setup at home now. I just need a decent camera because my camera's not good for models. It's just not high. It can't capture a high enough quality. It's quite fuzzy on the capture card. Also, I've only got one capture card, so I'd only be able to run one camera, not two. Yeah.
That makes it more complicated.
Yeah. Because my capture card is it they're not USB, are they? It's a USB capture card, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know how many USB capture cards you can have running at the same time.
You can have more than one, but they sometimes get upset. They also tend to overheat quite quickly, which is a problem.
Yeah, because I was playing around with it the other day. I need to play around with it more. So there is. I can, as long as I get a decent camera, I could do them.
For the top down, or point at the models.
Or either. Because my camera I've got is like a little Sony vlogging camera.
The camera we're looking at now is on a quick release. So there's a world where the mount that it's on, the mount for that is I've been taking down my setup in my office in the house. The mount for that is on, you can have that mount.
Yeah.
Then you could just unclick it from this one and click it onto your mount. And then on Thursdays at the end of the game, take the camera home with you.
Yeah.
You've got a high quality camera.
Yeah.
Is an option. How do you feel about that?
Yeah.
Is it look? It's up to you, mate. I think doing more streams is great. I think Joe's streams is great, but if you like, actually, it's not fucking worth it, mate. I can't be bothered losing every single Monday evening. Then I don't. It's okay.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
It just means I do less during the day. That's all. But yeah, I mean we could figure something out. I just need to get the setup done.
Yeah. I just put Dark Angels in Discord because he didn't have enough plasma in my last one. Can't afford the 50 quid super chat this time. Take a look when you can. Oh, bless you, Tim. I will. I'll have a look in a second. I was about to say thank you for the $10 as well. With how long it's taking for the terrain to get released, I'd rather have bought 2 starter sets for the terrain than the 1 Armageddon box I got off of Hobby House. Yeah, but I think there's a fair few people that would have done the same. And
but at the same time, I think Games Workshop's doing this the right way because Armageddon was a edition launch box, not a starter box set. So they are very much 2 separate things.
Oh, GW would definitely do it the right way because they wanted you to buy Armageddon first.
But also at the same time, you get less models for your faction in that box set. So because I don't think the big walker thing is in there for the orcs, and you don't get the heavy intercessors and the chaplain for the Space Marines in that box set. But like, I don't think Games Workshop wants to also spread the money out, not just for themselves, but I think for the customers. Because if they release too much stuff in one go, customers can't afford to buy everything. Whereas if you spread it out, you go, I'll buy this month, this that month, this month, this, and so on and so forth. Like, I think, like, you will buy more in the long run by them spreading it out than them just banging it out in one go. Also, I think you don't get the cards in the starter box sets either.
No, you don't.
You don't get chapter approved in there. So
No, you get a learn to play booklet. It's really good.
Yeah,
Really, really good.
but you don't get the so you have to buy more to be able to play the game. It's a weird one, but I think if you're new to the hobby and you bought Armageddon, you go, well, I just buy the starter box set as well, and then I got more orcs. You know, you get more army. You know, you could buy Armageddon and 2 starter boxes. If you're an orc player, you've got a full gaming table, and you've got like 1,700 points of orcs then. Ish. I don't know how many points there are in the starter box sets.
Couldn't tell you.
Maybe 500 quid, yeah.
Thank you for $10, Tim. Should we look at Tim's list quickly? Because he has done a couple of 50 quid super chats lately, so I feel like I feel like he's worth it. And we love him. Don't forget, chat, if you give 5 members or more, I'm going to enter you into a giveaway to win a £100 voucher at the end of, after the stream, and I'll let you know in Discord who wins it. Where is the lists? Where the fuck is lists? Lists. Army lists. Okay, we've got, Joe. I said not enough plasma. Dark Age, not enough plasma. So, Dark Age Arsenal with the Inner Circle Task Force. Right? So, priority assets is what it gets. Azrael. Apothecary and 6 Inner Circle Companions. Librarian in Terminator Army with 5 Deathwing Knights. Chaplain with 6 Inner Circle Companions. 2 squads of 5 intercessors. 5 Deathwing Terminators with a plasma cannon. 5 Deathwing Terminators with a plasma cannon. 10 Hellblasters. 3 Inceptors with dual plasmas. A Land Speed of Vengeance. And a unit of Ravenwing Black Knights. Much more plasma.
Yeah.
Much more plasma. I'm here for that.
You could argue that it needs more plasma.
You could argue it needs more plasma, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could.
You could have every unit in your army with plasma.
All the plasma, all the time.
Yeah.
I like it. It's a cool list. It's got all the cool shit in it.
Yeah.
Got a bit of Ravenwing, bit of Deathwing, bit of Greenwing. It's cool. I'm into it.
There are a lot of lists doing the rounds at the moment, which is 18 Inner Circle Companions with 3 Librarians in it for Librarius Conclave. And those units are fucking crazy good. Because they're -1 to be hit and -1 to be wounded.
Yeah.
And they get +1 to hit and +1 to wound.
Thank you all you people for throwing these gifted at me as well. It does really help. I'm in the process of funding a house move for me, including complete furnishings a lot, because I'm leaving loose in the kids with everything basically. So thank you so much. It's genuinely going to really help. Massively going to really help. I appreciate you. Thank you, Deeks, for the $2. Spin-off preview program, do all in-house. This is when we said if you were in charge of GW, what would you do? They're sort of doing that.
They've only got a few previewers that they kind of work with now, which is good in a way, because it really kind of streamlines what they're doing. But I think the problem is, again, like I said earlier, one thing I'll change is I'd move it all to YouTube. Because if you're moving it all in-house, you want people to access your content easier and better than having to go to an entire different platform. And until they move fully to YouTube, I don't see the preview program going away. Also, I think viewers want a piece of content, something to view, level of entertainment that's not so corporate as well. I like Warhammer TV content. Like, so I've watched a lot of their battle reports, but their battle reports kind of, they play very similar to, I guess it's kind of in the same kind of way as a reality show, Only Way is Essex kind of thing, where they're playing a game and then it cuts to like a talking head, or it cuts to like two people discussing the game that they're playing simultaneously. So it kind of breaks the immersion in the game, because they're like two people are rolling dice, and then at the end of the turn, it cuts to two people discussing how their turn went and what they want their next turn to be. But it's very sterile in its delivery. It's very clean. It's not. It's two people playing Warhammer. It's not two friends playing Warhammer. And I think that's what you get more of from most content creators, because they're a team of people that work together all the time. Whereas Warhammer TV tends to have one or two presenters who's kind of taught to present in a specific way, and then someone that they've just taken from a random department that plays that game.
Yeah.
And I think they need. It sounds rude to say they need more personality within Warhammer TV, because they do have personalities there, but they need to be allowed to show their personality and not just use Warhammer TV as a sales tool.
I don't think that'll ever happen though. Because and the thing is, no matter what, right? No matter what happens, no matter what GW do, there will be people that will always be wary of any Games Workshop content, because it's the company. So they're never going to be able to like honestly review. So I don't think bringing the preview program in house is a good idea personally, simply because Games Workshop are never going to put out a balanced approach to anything. Why would a company make a product and then put content out there that criticizes that product and go, this rule's not very good, we could have done better? They're just never going to do that, ever. Whereas you chuck a codex at a previewer, you throw it at a Tabletop Titans or a Tabletop Tactics or whatever, and you go, can you review this? They're more inclined to go, this detachment for Orcs is really fucking good. This detachment, however, isn't very good. You're just never going to get that from corporate Games Workshop, which means people will never have a complete trust of what they're being shown. To the point where, even with 11th edition and the build up to 11th edition, because of what happened with 10th edition, the amount of people that are like very cautiously optimistic about this because I've been stung before.
Yeah.
So, you know. Chat, we're on 88 members right now. Legends, thank you. You're amazing. All of you people that have gifted 5 more, you're going to get entered into a giveaway.
I think you can. But I think you can still be entertaining whilst selling a corporation, whilst selling a product.
Yeah, you can be entertaining. I'm not arguing that point. But I think, but previewing is about showcasing a thing, and you can't and part of showcasing the thing and previewing the thing is reviewing. Yeah. The clue is kind of in the title: preview, review, right? And you're just never going to get an honest review from GW for their own product, because they're going to tell you it's the greatest thing in the world because they want you to buy it. You know?
Oh yeah.
That's my opinion. That's what I think. But maybe people think of opposite. Maybe you do think that companies can be trusted. But I think that if a company releases a product, the point is they want to sell that product. So they're never going to tell you anything bad about it. They're only going to tell you good things about it.
Yeah. But I don't think Games Workshop sells a bad product, though. I think they can.
I don't know. Because the Okotias would argue with you.
But you can talk about. You know, someone who's previously said, "Oh, it's a really cool model," but I think if you can see that the public domain is turning on the model, you can be like, you talk less about its physical properties and more about what it does on the table. It's more esoteric kind of properties of like, this is what this model can do for your army.
Yeah.
You know, and you show it off that way. You can say, oh, he does this, or he gains you extra CP. I don't know what he does in the game because I never fucking bought him, but you can still discuss the model and sell his attributes.
I would overhaul the preview program. I would change it. I wouldn't get rid of it. I would change it, but I wouldn't take it in-house and do it on my own, because I would want, as a company, I would want the perception to be that we're perfectly okay with people giving honest reviews. If I was a company, I don't want people to think that I only advocate for positive reviews. There's been occurrences in the past where I've been approached about reviewing products, and they basically say, we want to see the content before you release it, and I go, no, not
it doesn't work on a live stream, though.
No, it doesn't work on a live stream, but it's a case of no, not a chance. Like, if I'm allowed to honestly review this, why do you need to see the content before I release it? Because if you're saying I want to see the content before you release it, that's because you're saying I want to make sure that the review is positive, likely, not necessarily certainly, but likely you want to make sure it's positive, and you're going to tell me if it's not that I can't release it or I need to change it. And I want to be able to honestly review anything. I've always wanted that. I think any company that shuts down negative feedback I don't like it. So I think if I was Games Workshop, I think I would keep the preview program. I would do some serious work with it, because I think that we got to a stage where far too many people were getting too much shit. And actually being a preview in itself used to be a bit of a, you're a Games Workshop previewer. And it got to the point where it's like, yeah, every Tom, Dick and Harry's got a fucking YouTube channel or an Instagram page of 5 people is a previewer nowadays.
I think too many people had access to
Exactly, that's my point.
it. It was, but I think I having been on, I think Games Workshop could change it in a way that instead of just sending it out to people, it was like an order form. So Games Workshop put out a list of things that are going to come out that month or within a 2-month span. Obviously, you're under NDA, so you can't leak it. But they go, what products do you want? And then you ask for those products, or you say, or here's all the things you can pick from. There's 20 things. Pick 5, for instance. And then you put content out around those products, but it's a guarantee that you put stuff out on that product. And if you don't put stuff out on that product, they go, why didn't you? And you have a strike-based system.
Well, yeah, that's the feedback loop that they were missing.
Yeah.
Because the amount of people that got products and just like, thank you for sending me this box, and then they just fucking sell it or something.
But also, if they could be like, oh, if you don't, part of the contract is if you do not review it, you do not create any content around it, and there is a minimum level of picture of box put on Instagram. A lot of people were. If you don't cover it, you don't say what you're going to do. They either lose access or they have to pay for the product they've been sent.
I'm here for it.
Because
I love where your head's at.
I think if you can say, if someone goes, I will do an Instagram picture, a YouTube short, or, I'll do it in a battle report, or I'll do a sit and talk where I open it and build it. Stuff like that, I think, needs to be done and shown off, because the problem is that before they just kind of shotgun stuff out to everyone, and that's how you end up with leaks. Because people just don't care. That's how you end up with Valrak, with the Armageddon Space Marines a month before it kind of goes out. And I just think that
it became a bit mental. Not enough people were doing enough things with it. It created ill feeling amongst the community. We heard it. Oh, I can't buy one because Creator's got one, which is never the case, because I know how the system works. And that was never what was going on, because they would say we're going to make 20,000 copies of this thing. They'd then go to the preview manager or the creator manager at Games Workshop and say, how many do you want to send out to people? And he'd say 20. Cool. In that case, we're going to make 20,020.
Yeah. But I think also you send out the box, the original print box, but you don't send the internal paper stuff. So the build instructions you send out as a PDF. You send the codex out as a PDF and not as a physical copy, because what was happening is you're getting a lot of leaks about codexes that were in the box sets, kind of thing. It's
Yeah.
harder to leak that information if you've got a PDF with your name all over it.
I just think anything that makes a company more insular is bad. Anything that makes a company more like out there and prepared to be open to criticism is good, in my opinion.
I do think that things like Warhammer TV, the preview shows, could also do with more content creator interaction. They were kind of halfways there when they did the preview games for 11th edition, when you had like Adrian and stuff going in and playing. But I feel like they could have done with more input from the Titans guys
yeah,
on what they were saying, what they were allowed to say.
Thank you, J-Boy, for $10. Go Digital. Begin to offer Games Workshop official STLs, but not for models. I'm thinking upgrade kits, Citadel skull boxes, things like that, and lean away from fixing data sheets with attachments. Okay, good points. All of those.
I would argue against STLs
Okay, why?
because obviously you sell an STL and then you can print that product as much as you want, and then one person could buy it and then 50 people could print it. How do you lock that STL to that one person?
I don't know. I don't know enough about 3D printers.
So you end up in a situation where maybe you end up in a situation where you sell it once for a tenner, but 100 people are printing that product. You've only made a tenner. That's why like Trench Crusade changed to more a physical product, because it wasn't a sustainable income. Unless you can somehow lock that file to one printer, it's just not sustainable as a business. And Games Workshop are a business at the end of the day, and they want to make money. You'll never see Games Workshop go to an STL style format because it just doesn't make money.
Yeah. Okay. Are you ready for some hopes?
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Christopher the Hardball, Vortex Games, for 5 gifted memberships.
From Vortex Games?
Exclamation mark Vortex.
I hope, Mr. the Vortex Games, that you always have a coconut with a drink in it.
Strong.
Yeah.
We're actually 12 members away from 100, chat.
Yeah. But obviously it always stays clean, You don't want it to be like, oh, it's just gone mouldy. It just magically kind of refills with whatever drink you want. Yeah,
we're 12 away from 100 gifted memberships, which is insane. And if you give 5, you get an entrance into a £100 voucher. And if you give 10, you get 2 entries into a £100 voucher. And if you give 20, it's pointless, because then you're spending the same amount of money as a £100 voucher. Thank you.
But thank you for the support nonetheless.
If you want to do 20, you'll get 4 entries and you might make your money back, and it might cost you 0. So that's not... If you give 50, then you are probably a lunatic, but we will also love you forever. And Joe will send you a little love heart emoji every day for a week.
No.
Thank you, Sheep, for 5 gifted memberships.
Sheep?
Yeah.
All of them?
Yeah.
All sheep.
Just says sheep, 22397. So at least 22,397 sheep.
Yeah. I hope that you always have a leg of lamb in the fridge.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I haven't had a leg
Because lambs are the most expensive.
I haven't had it in ages because it's so expensive. That sounds amazing. Thank you, Evan and Tank, for 1 gifted each. Thank you, Christian Carlson, for 200 Norwegian krona. Get some proper food, fellas. Norway won the hearts of the World Cup. Norway did win the hearts of the World Cup. It was a good game as well.
I'd say it was a solid tie between Norway and Scotland.
It was a good game as well, to be fair, for the most part. I think it was an interesting game. I actually thought you all lot were going to beat us. So thank you for the orange one.
I do feel sorry for that guy that didn't pass. There's a lot of... Basically, I've seen a clip where the Norwegian player, basically, he's running with the ball, Haaland's out on the left, and he doesn't pass.
That was the moment that lost them the fucking game, mate.
Right? And I feel for that guy, because he's had death threats now.
He should have passed.
Right, yeah, but I think it's easy for us to say he should have passed, but we weren't there in the moment.
I mean, not that I'm suggesting that death threats are fair, considering then obviously
I think it's a bit hard. But the thing is, like, where he was, he might have seen something that...
Yeah, glory for himself, that's what he saw.
Yeah, but he might have also gone, oh, Haaland's there, but he might be covered by someone. So if I pass, you know, the other way, it might have been a bit... We don't know what he was thinking in the moment. I do feel sorry for him, though, because his life is pretty shit at the moment.
It's not... Yeah, I feel sorry for him.
Yeah.
And there's no way it should ever be that extreme after a game of football. But he went for his own personal glory rather than the good of the team.
Yeah, a lot of people...
And if you ever see... I don't believe for a minute that a professional footballer at international level can't look up and see Haaland there and go, that's where the ball should
It's difficult to miss a fucking 12-foot tall monster. But
right. So I can't imagine for a minute that any professional footballer in that circumstance didn't go, there's Haaland. He went for glory.
Everyone was saying that, like, they didn't he wasn't passed to because, there's a bit of internal team jealousy that he's getting all the attention. But
maybe I can believe it. But Norway, I'm as a man who loves all things Vikings, I'm desperate to go to Norway, and the way that they conducted themselves at the World Cup, I'd love to go over there and see Scandinavia in general, actually. Sweden, Norway, Finland. I want to go and see all of it. Amazing. Thank you, Zach Brannigan. He fist bumped us.
Zach Brannigan?
Yeah, look, ready?
Yeah.
Little fist bumps. All right.
Of Brannigan's Law?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see Man United buying Andre Santos from Yuri Timotz for the same price Spurs paid for Matthias Fernandes. I haven't seen that name.
Fernando.
Interesting. Thank you. Right, we've got... Mate, I started my little giveaway idea, and now there's loads of hopes.
Oh, lovely.
All right, so I'm gonna go to the bathroom quickly because I need a little wee, and then we're gonna have to power through some hopes. All right?
Yeah.
You up for it? You here for it?
Meh.
So I'm gonna mute this.
I'm building. I have now finished my 20th Mandrake. I am now Harry Potter level of Mandrake. Maximum Drake of the man. Boop. I need to figure out what my army list is actually going to be, but I'm very excited for them. It's very, very good. Brannigan's Law is like Brannigan's Love. Yes. Spider Cam was our 12th player. I think I have finished my 20th man, Drake. I think what I like, I talked about this before, is that what I like about this year's World Cup is a serious coming together of the world, and there's a very strong feeling of togetherness that I think the planet needs. The World Cup has been less about the actual football and more about people learning about separate cultures, which is nice. How
do we feel about just like an extended Liam and Joe show instead of an evening show?
What do you
got
mean?
More stuff to build? Or are you done?
I finished everything I bought over here. I'm sure I could find something else to build.
Well, there's a shop downstairs, Joe.
Yeah.
So you've got access to everything.
I mean, I've got a raider in there to do. What am I doing?
I'm just considering.
Have I played much Seed since they added the tech priests and whatnot? I have played a lot of it. I try and do 15. Although hard mode, me, Josh, and Tom were playing it the other night. We couldn't beat a single round of hard Thousand Suns at all. Oh, no, and we couldn't finish the fifth of that round. We just kept on losing all the time. But I'm waiting for the new update to come out. They're introducing the Power Fist with a melter gun, which I'm very excited. And they're introducing the Combi Flamer, which I'm very much looking forward to.
The Space Marine 2.
Yeah, and there's a new baddie, the Thousand Sun Sorcerer in Terminator armor. Looks really, really cool as well. It looks terrifying, though. I fucking hate fighting the Thousand Suns in that game. It's just not cool.
It's better. It's getting a bit fucking nippy in here, isn't it? Getting a bit nippy. Yeah, well, maybe we'll just do an extended Liam and Joe show. Keep going for a bit longer for you guys, because the gifteds have started coming in now, and I'm like, cool. We'll stay.
Yeah.
Because we don't have a game tonight at this point.
Yeah, the Thousand Suns waves in Space Marine 2 are the least fun part of it, and there is data to show that Thousand Suns are the least popular part of it, and they did say after the game, not long after the game was released, that like they know that Thousand Suns aren't the most fun because killing bugs is the most fun you have. That's why like Helldivers was really, really popular as well, and like just murdering your way through swarms of insects and stuff is great, whereas fighting robotic spacemen is not as enjoyable because the kind of the gameplay loop on it isn't satisfying. I think I think World Eaters would have been better than Tyranids, but then World Eaters would play the same-ish as Tyranids.
Death Guard? I feel like part of the problem with Thousand Suns in the game, and I haven't played it for a while, but part of the problem with Thousand Suns in the game is the way in which they come in, the things they do. And,
I think their biggest problem I've realised recently is that they included the spawn, which was a good inclusion because it changed up the playstyle versus Thousand Suns, but the spawn is so fucking irritating to play against that whilst you're fighting them, you're being shot by Terminators, which is not, and they're really accurate with they literally just fire loads of missiles at you and shoot rotor cannons at you, whereas Tyranids' ranged weaponry is not as oppressive.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't played it for a long time, so I did. What day is it today? Today is Tuesday. On Sunday, I did 36 minutes of Assassin's Creed Black Flag for Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced.
Oh yeah, the new one.
Yeah,
I've seen a lot of people playing it.
36 minutes is what I managed.
I got my partner the new Lego Batman game.
Okay. Lego games are great, aren't they? Lego games are so fun.
I want to get the new James Bond game. I recently just finished replaying Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3.
Someone in chat earlier said they bought their partner a Lego Triceratops, and I was instantly jealous.
I am. Yeah, I've just not really cared about, like, since I was a child, I've not really cared about Lego. The only Lego kit I've ever wanted was the AT-AT, which you still need to build. But that's the only kit I've ever wanted. I kind of wanted the Millennium Falcon, but I only want the expensive one. I feel like anything less than that is just less than that.
Did you want to spend a weekend in here building the Lego AT-AT?
No.
No?
Because it's not mine. I only want to build my AT-AT.
Right, Joe.
I'll take it home.
If you came in here for a whole weekend and streamed 2 full days of you building a Lego AT-AT, it would be your AT-AT and you could take it home.
Well, maybe I could be swayed. But
I like my new house is small. I'm not going to have space for it anywhere, so it'll stay in the studio.
Yeah, it'd have to wait till probably next month, maybe the one after, because it's summer holidays coming up.
Yeah,
but yeah, I could probably do a Lego building stream.
Maybe we do that. I like the idea of a weekend of Joe streaming his new AT-AT that we'll give to him as long as it's content.
The 007 game is fun, but after beating it, I do wish it was just him. There is a new Hitman game coming. They have announced a new one's coming, but no, the James Bond game. Oh, so yeah, I played Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3, and they're good in that order. 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah. Just get
I've replayed. I'd never finished 3 until I replayed it the other day. It's not a bad game. It's also not a good game. And that's the problem with number 3. It was and I think the reason why it wasn't a good game, because the storyline was incredible. I really enjoyed the storyline, and the cutscenes were really, really good. The downside was that they just used Verdansk. They just used old resources to make a game. They spent all their money on making cutscenes and paying mocap actors, but didn't actually make a good kind of internal game, but it wasn't terrible. I'm very much looking forward to the new one. I am looking forward to the new Dawn of War as well, and Total War.
Yeah, so Total War I'm quite excited about. Dawn of War I really couldn't give a shit about.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. I think I was burnt so bad by the later Dawn of Wars. I know this new one is showing signs of returning to its roots, which is positive. But I don't know.
Because this is why I'm setting up my stream system at home. I've got a problem where, because I can stream my Xbox through Streamlabs through bloody Blooberflip. What's it called? OBS. But I've got duplicate sound. It's weird.
I need to come to your house and have a look. Because there's a world where it's up to you what you want to do, but there's a world where you can have the stream key for very average gamer, which has already got enough subs and is monetized. And then any extra money that one makes could be a bonus for Joe.
Yeah. But look
at that.
Because I want to play
I care about
the new stuff. I want to play Dawn of War. I want to play Total War. I'm hoping there's new. I think that new game. What we need is a good Age of Sigmar game now, and a good, I think a Souls Space Marine / Space Marine 2 version of the Age of Sigmar game where you play as like a Stormcast or a dwarf or an elf. What was that massive? What was it? You played as like a soldier in like a fantasy China style. You ran around just killing hordes of enemies. What was that? Something like that. What is it called?
Games.
Game.
Can you do some hopes?
Yeah.
Power Pilgrim, thank you for 5 gifted memberships.
Thank you, Power Pilgrim. I hope that you... Have you left the tap running?
No, I think the toilet's got stuck.
Oh. I'll go for a wee in a minute. I'll fix it. Power Pilgrim. I hope that you have a jacuzzi appear in your garden, but you don't have an increase in water or electric rates, though.
Nice.
I could imagine that'd be quite expensive. Dynasty Warriors. Thank you.
Thank you, Callum Prickett, for 5 gifted memberships.
Callum Prickett.
Fucking love you, Callum.
I hope that your paint always stays wet in this weather. Dries very quickly.
It does.
And you always have the right size dry brush. It's very important.
It's very specific.
Yeah.
Is that based on a recent personal experience?
I'm painting terrain at the moment, and I've seemed to have... When you dry brush a lot of terrain, your dry brushes just die because of just through friction.
Yeah.
And they've kind of like worn down to nubs. So now there's lots of very small dry brushes. But you want small dry brushes for terrain. Well, for bases, but not terrain.
Luke Piewalker, thank you for 5 gifted memberships.
I hope, Luke Piewalker, that you never have to wait at a drive-through. There's nothing worse than going for a drive-through and then have to sit 10 minutes.
I don't do drive-throughs. I've never done it. No, I haven't never done that. I hate them.
Why? I find that, going back to our McDonald's discussion, I find that you are served faster in a drive-through than you are in when you go in.
I don't want to sit in my car then and then eat my food. I hate it. I hate having I've done a couple of drive-throughs when I'm in a rush and I'm driving somewhere. And you have to eat it on the drive, and I can't stand it.
It's because you have to buy food conducive to driving.
I just rather sit in a for the sake of getting out. So what's going to happen with a drive-through 9 times out of 10, not always, granted, is I'm normally going to stop and sit and eat it in my car anyway. So I might as well fucking get out the car, go into the building and sit and eat it.
They're doing it wrong. That's why McDonald's invented the wrap of the day. The McDonald's wrap is great for driving and eating. It's very, very good.
So I don't like driving and eating. So that's probably where part of my problem is. Thank you, Because of Dragons, for 5 gifted memberships.
Thank you, Because of Dragons. I hope that for you, the milkshake machine is always on.
Okay.
You know,
And it brings the boys to the yard.
yeah, because like that. There's nothing more annoying than going to get a milkshake and it's like, we're sorry, it's turned off.
Yeah, it annoys me. It's scrolling through the menu, unavailable. Like, fucking hell. Why? Why does McDonald's multi-billion-pound company? Why is always their milkshake machines that are broken? Ridiculous. Thank you, Brandon Lagasse, for 10 gifted memberships. He's got 2 entries.
Thank you, Brandon. I hope that you have lasagna for dinner, but instead of pasta sheets, it's tortilla chips or Doritos.
Oh,
it's fucking banging.
That sounds all right, actually.
It's incredible.
Is it good?
Yeah. Life-changing.
Thank you, Deeks, for 5 gifted memberships. He's already gifted 10. That gives him 3 entries.
No. I hope that in this weather we're having, obviously with all the uses of fans and air conditioning, you don't wake up in the morning drier than a biscuit. Yeah, it's stuff like your whole body just dries out.
Yeah, your throat's dry.
Yeah, your throat's dry, eyeballs dry, despite the fact that they were closed.
Yeah, sleepy dust everywhere.
Yeah. I hope that you're not just turned into human kindling.
Thank you, Harborn, for $2. He says, Joe, blink twice if you need a HR rep.
It's one thing this business doesn't have. To your benefit, I suppose. Yeah, but I can't go to you about you, though, can I? Yeah. Can you do something about that, Liam? He's been a right dickhead today.
I go to me about you. So.
Yeah.
Thank you, Viking Teabagger, for 5 gifted memberships. What a great name.
That's a solid name.
It's a great name, isn't it?
I hope that you are legally allowed to carry an axe.
Oh, that's cool. I said about doing an extended Liam and Joe show because the gifting train has started and it's just stopped now as well. So.
Yeah.
Necro Demon Jeremy, thank you for 5 gifted memberships.
Brandon says half of because your name is basically lasagna.
No, it's not.
It is. It shares a lot of the same letters.
It does share a lot of the same letters. I'll give you that one. Yeah.
His name might as well be Brandon Lasagna's Egg.
That's probably what I'm going to call him from now on.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you, Jeremy, for 5 gifted.
Dawn of War 3 remaster? Question mark. They wouldn't do that.
Dynasty Warriors 3 remaster?
Oh, maybe Dynasty 3. Yeah. Yeah, I think. What was I talking about? Who's gifted?
Jeremy.
I hope, Jeremy, that
fucking Jesus Christ.
You.
This is what I've got to work with, Jack. This was the cream of the crop.
You get a public toilet named after you.
Okay, is that a particularly good thing, is it? Having a public toilet named after you?
Maybe it depends where it is.
Is that a real accolade that people crave?
But only if good stuff happens in it, I suppose.
Well, thank you, Jeremy. Anyway, you're an absolute legend. Thank you, M1903 Enjoyer, for the 5 gifted memberships.
I hope that you get your own tiger tank.
Nice, love it.
I'm gonna go for a wee.
You're allowed.
The sound of the running water has triggered me.
Has it triggered you? It's still going as well. That one's fast. Yeah. Is Joe Garfield in disguise? Maybe. Has he muted himself? I think he's muted himself. Okay, I need to check because that was almost an emergency run to the stream deck and turn the audio off. If he hadn't muted himself, but I think he's muted himself. Yeah, there's no noise unless I talk. Okay, good. Chat, at this point, what I'm thinking, and if you're into this, maybe, there's a way you can show us, but I'm thinking we just stay live for like another hour and keep chatting hobby stuff. This is cool. I'm into it. We can chat video games, we can chat hobby. I am very grateful for all those people that have gifted. Like I said, I'm having a very expensive time right now, trying to furnish a new house. So I'm really fucking grateful for everybody who's gifted today. You're amazing human beings. It's difficult tonight as well because, like I said, we've only got me and Joe, so we can't do a game, which is why we'll just, I think, extend the Liam and Joe show and sit here and keep doing it. And if we keep running the giveaway, so anybody who enters, I will, at the end of the show, I will do the draw, and then tomorrow on the show, I will do the draw live. But tomorrow's show will be earlier, but if I do it live, no one can accuse me of cooking the numbers or whatever. Tomorrow, and then we've also got a fucking World Cup semi-final tonight. There's a World Cup semi-final tomorrow night. Tomorrow night's is worse because it's England, so less people are going to watch. But hey, you're all amazing people, so thank you. Appreciate you. It's a tough time for my little family, but we move. We're getting better. We're getting better all the time. So. I always get worried when my assistant manager downstairs messages me. Oh, because Joe needs to move his car. Okay, so when Joe comes back, I'm going to send him away again. So no game tonight. I don't think that, well, we can't do a game. We've only got me and Joe. So I wasn't sure how we were going to solve it, what we were going to do. I also need to keep packing things. Watch along for the football. I mean, my brother and I have a football channel, but I'd have to do a 40k show and then get over here and do the watch along. If you have just joined us as well, Joe, can you go move your car for the gardener, please?
He doesn't need to drive it.
No. Is that something you can do? Is that okay? Meg's just messaged me and said, can Joe move his car? If you've just joined us, anybody who gifts 5 or more members, for every 5 members you gift, you'll get an entrance into our giveaway, a single ticket entrance into the giveaway. If you win a £100 voucher, right? And if you gift 10, you get 2 entrances, and if you gift 20, you get 4 entrances. But at that point, you're just sort of clearing your own value, your own money. You know what I mean? Like you're not gaining anything if you win. You're just breaking even at that point. So that's probably the least. Well, it's not the least ideal. The least ideal is 50 gifted, right? Because then you even if you win, you're still out of pocket. Just out of pocket less, and it's a gamble. And we don't encourage gambling. But we are running that giveaway. I might do it more often if people like it. Do we like it? Because if we like it, then I might do this kind of giveaway more often. But yeah, I also, I do. Things will start to settle in a couple of weeks' time. I've got to pack shit up and packing. But maybe more relaxed. Fuck it. It's just more difficult to do any kind of game with 2 of us, and to have it in a format that I'm happy with. So, and it's all right because Thursday we've got Tom back in, and then we should be okay. And then I think I need to chat to Toby, but I think next Thursday or the Thursday after, we can finally get Joe in the horse outfit that you've all been promised, which is a positive. That's good, right? So, and Toby then has his Frog Prince outfit, which I don't know if He hasn't sent me a link to it yet, which is why we can't do it this Thursday. But Tom's in this Thursday anyway. I love Tom. Fucking beautiful human being. I don't think he knows about second top-down game, Pip. Gets it in the head by third Ed Metal Dreadnought. What was that? Someone suggesting just doing top-down? Absolutely not. That sounds awful. Oh, I'm fucking enjoying jet bikes again. If all goes well for me and you have a bit of time over the next couple of weeks, we could go for a ride. Yes. Also, Caleb, I saw you gift earlier. I was going to mention it to you then. Are you still interested in coming and getting involved in the streams? Because Joe and I are struggling for people.
What?
Are you unmuted?
I haven't got my microphone's over there. Ran up the stairs.
Did you why?
So I was like, "Ooh,
He'll be missing me.
Yeah, they were.
yeah."
They definitely miss you, Joe. I miss you. When we're talking channel proofs, have you ever considered a newsletter? Yeah, I've considered it, Nick, but I've got no fucking news, so what's the point? Then it's just self-indulgent, isn't it?
I had a poo today.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's not really newsworthy, is it? You know. I don't think I'm offering enough to put out a newsletter at the moment. We don't really have. We could sell £600 coaching, and that's true. It's a thing we could do, I guess.
I'd offer coaching, but I don't think people would take me seriously.
I think they would.
But Games Workshop will be doing it for free though as well soon.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a
I'm
moot
interested
point.
to see what that's like. Legitimately, like whether that's any good or not.
I'm sure it'll be great. I do feel like they should have launched it with the edition though,
Yeah, I think that would have made lots of sense. It seems odd not to.
because they've kind of like, by not releasing it when the new edition came out, they've still kind of given all of that money to other people, you know, to other academies that
It just seems like a really dumb choice. Here's a brand new edition. Our school to teach you how to play it isn't out for ages.
unless they've done their academy with help from other academies type people. I would imagine Art of War, because that's who they work with quite closely. And
I
they
don't
make,
know, the other one's normally quite throat deep with them as well. Isn't
no,
it?
but Art of War do. There's members of Art of War that do their live streams. So, and they help do the faction roundups and stuff. So you probably find that Art of War has probably got a bit of hand in help, like coaching them and teaching them how to run some kind of course academy. So then maybe there was like a deal to say like, you can release it, but release it for later, you know.
Nobody's offered many times to run deck. Yeah. I spoke to Leon in the past. I intend to get Leon in to learn deck. Caleb is keen to come in and play on the show, and I love Caleb. He's a fucking wonderful little human being, so I want to get him involved. I've said this before, and I'll say it again, and this is no longer a pity party. I'm past that stage now, but my personal life is a bit up in the air at the moment. I move on Friday. Well, I move over this weekend, and then within the next 2 weeks today, my new internet gets installed in my new place. The new office will be set up with the new streaming setup, and things will start to settle, and things will start to go back to kind of normal, less all over the place, less stress. Like it'll be okay. It'll be okay. To get people in and to spend time with people, to teach them how to do the deck and to teach them how to stream, I've not had the capacity for it. I just haven't. So we're going to do it. We'll get there. 100% we'll get there, and we'll get these people in, and we'll expand the team a little bit so that the cancellations go away. I hate cancelling game shows. At the moment, actually that's a lie. I'm going to be honest with you people. At the moment, I quite like cancelling game shows because it gives me some time back to do some things and sort some stuff out and to organise my fucking life and to start getting my ducks back in a row. But normally, I hate cancelling game shows. I fucking love game shows because game shows for Joe and I, when we get Tom in here, or we get fucking Adam in here, or we get Ash in here, or Sean in here, or Paddy, it's a night where we get to fucking hang out with your mates and dick about a bit. I love game shows, they're brilliant. So I would love to get Leon, and maybe, just maybe, if we can get people like Caleb involved, and if we can get people like Leon trained up on the deck, maybe Joe's idea of going to 3 game streams a week is plausible. Maybe it's possible. Maybe that's something that starts to look like it's something we can do. And maybe we do more game shows and less talking head shows. I would fucking be well up for doing 3 live games of 40k a week.
Yeah.
In 11th edition, I'd be well up for that. It's just whether we've got the personnel to do it. That's the challenge.
I think more shows talking about Warhammer and playing Warhammer is probably for the best on a Warhammer channel, you know? I think more people are interested in the physical game itself than just talking about it. Does that go in there? Yeah. I don't have the instructions. It's been a while since I read built a Raider. So this is mostly eyeballing.
Yeah, we'll get there though, mate. I appreciate the comment. I know Leon's involved. Leon has offered via WhatsApp. I will take him up on it. I don't know if he knows I will take him up on it, but I will take him up on it. But we just need to get to a point where I have the capacity to teach people. Well, I'm also in the process of changing the stream setup slightly, and I'm actually potentially going to completely change the software that we use because Joe's friend, who is involved in helping me now with some improvements, mostly currently the scoreboard, has suggested completely different streaming software.
Yeah.
Like, how about you stop using OBS and use this whole other thing instead because it's better and you can do more?
Streamlabs?
No, it's not Streamlabs. No. It's a whole different thing I'd never heard of.
Oh.
And I was like, I said to him, if it's an improvement, if it makes the stream better, I'm open to the idea. 100% open to the idea, no questions. But it just needs to be an improvement. It needs to not be a make it worse, you know. Would there be any chance of getting the audio from the Talking Heads shows on Spotify or the like at all? Maybe.
I think the problem with taking stuff from Talking Heads and live stream, this is why live streams are hard to rewatch, is because of the fewer interactions. So it's difficult to watch a show when they're talking and thanking people who are watching, you know?
If we were really good as well at picking a topic and talking about that whole topic for an hour and a half, then I think it would make a good podcast and it'd be worth putting on like Spotify.
Yeah.
But because we're pretty shit at it, to have a platform where I can launch a podcast that pushes it to Spotify and iTunes and that kind of stuff, that costs money. I just don't think it will see a return. Maybe it would. Maybe
I think Spotify, I think podcasts are best when it is a specifically made podcast. If you're making it specifically for that topic and talking about it, obviously it's harder to monetize it. Although I have noticed that from following Finn versus History, you can link Patreon to Spotify.
You can, yeah.
Yeah, I discovered that the other day because Finn versus History is the only Patreon I pay for.
I have Patreon, but I used Patreon before my YouTube channel was monetized because it made sense because I couldn't monetize YouTube. And then when YouTube monetized properly, I just didn't bother with Patreon anymore.
I think Patreon makes sense if you've got multiple channels.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to like double, triple monetize people. So I think it works well for people like Rob at The Honest Wargamer, who has like a YouTube channel for every game system that Games Workshop makes.
Oh, managing multiple YouTube channels I've got a few and it's hard already, let alone doing one for every single game system. Fuck that. Fuck that noise. That being said, if any of you out there own independent businesses and you'd like to pay a little bit of money to sponsor the channel and say, hey, can we have a little shout out for a week? We can do that. We can do that. In the meantime, we'll go back to some hopes. Where did we got to? We got to Mr. the M1903 Enjoyer. Did we do Tim Chaser? Did you do Tim's Hope? I don't think you did,
I
did you?
can't remember.
Thank you, Tim, for 5 gifted memberships.
I hope, Tim, that someone buys you fish and chips for dinner tonight.
Ooh. I often feel like when you say that sort of thing, it's a hint.
No, I've not had a good fish and chips in Southampton. So Shaftesbury Fish and Chip Shop is great. Although the best fish and chip shop is Dana's in Minehead. Oh, there's also one on Olcombe Road in Minehead as well. Behind Wetherspoons.
There used to be one in the little village that I grew up, which is called Hythe, which is like, it's still Southampton, it's a Southampton postcode, but it's like round the other side of the water. And it's like...
Do you ever get a boat to Hythe? Yeah.
And it's literally a little seafront village. You can step outside my parents' house and you can smell the fresh sea air. It's fucking beautiful. And there was a little fish and chip shop down in the village on the seafront, and the guy who owns it's now passed away and it's been sold on, and it was fucking proper like seafront fish and chip shop. It was incredible. It was so good. And now it's just not so nice. And I wonder why. It's probably methods stroke cost cutting stroke, I don't know, fucking health conscious people. I don't know. It used to be so good, Joe. Because you're right, as a city centre, I think you're probably right. There isn't that many places I would consider good fish and chip shops in Southampton, you know?
I forgot how awful these are to build.
Why?
They're just like, there's lots of overlapping pieces. And because it's like layers built up from the base, and then you then have to glue the sides on. And if you've misaligned any one of those pieces, the whole thing's just doesn't fucking work.
Thank you, hey Kay. Thank you, Caleb, for 5 gifted memberships.
Thank you, Caleb. I hope that you get a spud gun, a potato gun, but it just fires cooked jacket potatoes.
Oh, solid. Okay. Thank you, Shovel Monkey, great name, for 20 gifted memberships.
20 gifted memberships. I hope, Shovel Monkey, that you get a gaming controller that never gets dirty and never gets stick drift.
Guess what?
Never gets stick drift.
Stick drift.
Yeah.
Okay. I wondered what the fuck you were talking about then, because I didn't hear stick drift, I'll be honest. Strong hope. Thank you, Shovel Monkey. Thank you, Jarl Tom, for 5 gifted memberships.
Thank you, Jarl Tom. I hope that your super glue never runs out.
Strong. Thank you, J-Boy, for 5 gifted memberships.
Thank you, J-Boy, for 5.
Yeah.
I hope that you get a National Trust and National Heritage badge that never runs out.
Amazing.
You can go to all the brown sites that you want.
Thank you, Buckshot, Mr. Joe, for 5 gifted memberships.
Mr. Joe, is that Isle of Wight Joe?
Yeah, Isle of Wight Joe.
I hope that you never have to pay for the Isle of Wight crossing ever again. As in, you could do the crossing as many times as you want, but you never have to pay for it.
I love Joe. Joe's amazing.
Because the Isle of Wight crossing is the most expensive water crossing on the planet based on distance.
Is it? That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. And what's mental is that, like, and that's true for like its cheapest periods as well, of which there are not many, because they change their prices based on holidays as well. Like my partner's mum lives on the Isle of Wight, and we basically say like we can never come and see you because it's several £100 to go across for like a weekend and come back.
I haven't been over for ages. I've been over for years.
I like the Isle of Wight. It's very nice, but it's not. It's very expensive to get there.
Joe says, best wish ever, I'd be rich.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. That was worth it for 5 gifting, wasn't it? Tim, thank you for $5. Happy that I can watch daytime stream live, though that might be because I'm sat in a tent outside Bude drinking cider. That sounds fucking incredible, though.
You homeless?
No, he's probably on holiday, mate.
Oh. I mean, that would be a great way to watch one of our streams, you know.
Yeah.
Bye.
I'd hope, having gifted 5 memberships and super chat twice, I hope he wasn't homeless.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah. We know why you're homeless, if so.
Thank you so much, Tim. Love you. Thank you for the $5. Hopefully you enjoy your holiday. I assume that's why.
Why Bude?
You've not been to Bude? Bude's nice. It's Devon, isn't it?
Yeah. He's all right.
Devon, and Tim's like Midlands way. He's like Coventry, Birmingham way.
Do you have a proper bed, or you be proper camping? Because like the best bed for camping is those the fisherman beds, because they're just designed for old men that want to live in just fish in comfort and just fall asleep all day.
Yeah.
I fucking hate camping. I hope that your tent floods and they move you for free to a hotel.
Maybe he likes camping. Maybe that's a terrible hope for him.
No one likes camping.
It wasn't even 5 gifted either. It was a £5 super chat. You just give him a hope.
Yeah, that's what that hope was for free. I just like anyone that's like, you know what? I'm going to give up my house and my amenities and mod cons, and I'm going to pretend to be homeless for a weekend and get no sleep, get really severe backache, and spend 48 hours coming up with imaginative ways of murdering my family.
To be honest with you, Joe, as a man who spent a decade in the army, you don't have to convince me that camping fucking sucks.
Air mattress.
The amount of people that have said to me afterwards, right? The amount of people that said to me afterwards, since I've left the army, oh, do you want to go camping? Absolutely not. Why would I want to do that? Why would I want to do that? Why would I want to fucking go camping? I spent time living under canvas on a fucking little piece of foam on the top of a tree root. I want to go camping. Why would I go camping when I can have an Airbnb or a caravan at least, where I've got a roof over my head, warmth, electricity? Oh, good Jesus, I can't stand it. But each their own. Some people love it. That's up to them. They are wrong, but it's up to them.
I hate air mattresses. He's on air mattresses as well. It's double bad.
Double bad.
Double bad, because you're not allowed to move, because it sounds like you're like having sex in a balloon factory, you know. and so you either blow up too much, it's like sleeping on like a svelte rock, or you spend the entire time just like moving into a position where your rib cage or arse isn't touching the floor. If you don't know this, I despise camping with a passion.
Thank you, Tim, for the $5. Thank you, Evan Dominelli, for 5 gifted memberships.
Evan Dominelli,
Yeah, for 5 gifted memberships.
I hope that I hope that you get a ticket to every summer music festival.
Oh, strong.
So there is one type of camping that I could do, and that's the fancy festival yurts that just have a double bed, you know, and a fridge, and a table and a TV. So it's just and because it's a yurt, it's massive. It's relatively warm. It's just your house in a tent. If we get hit 500 gifted, can we send Joe camping? No, only if I. No. No. I can't think of any amount of money that would make me go camping for a weekend, like traditional camping. I hate every second of it. Yeah, it's awful.
There you go, Deke says your answer. Thank you so much. Evan, did you do another hope for Evan? Evan to no. Oh, you did because you're too busy raging about fucking camping.
I hate it so much. I hope Evan to no. That you learn the Colonel's secret recipe.
Strong. Strong.
Then you could just make your own KFC at home.
How much would you have to be paid to go camping and vlog it?
For how long?
One night.
One night? £5,000.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
You really fucking hate it, don't you?
Yeah. I need to benefit from it as well.
Yeah, of course, but
if I get to pick the campsite and I don't have to, I get to pick all of my own camping gear, if I don't have to pay for it, I will drop it to £1,000.
okay.
Cash in hand.
Obviously, up front.
Yeah.
Okay, well, there you go. Thank you, Necromaniac, for the $5. I think 11th edition has been great. Perhaps feels less obvious because it's not the big change 10th was. Also, finally managed to win with NIDS last week. Well, congratulations. I think NIDS are in a decent enough place at the moment, to be fair. Maybe I'm wrong.
Everyone's rating NIDS really low at the moment. And I think NIDS are really good at the game. Very, very good at the game. I think they have a build for take and hold. They're very good at recon, and they're very good at disruption. I don't think they do the purge pairing great, because in purge you want low unit counts with maximum damage, and I don't think Tyranids have that. But what they do have access is to very fast, small MSU units, a lot of lone op, a lot of deep strike, uppy downy shenanigans, which puts them in a great position for so I've played 13 games and I've only lost 13 games of Tyranids. I've only lost 3 of those.
Not good in streams.
And it's all the ones that are not the ones on streams, but and that's mostly all been disruption. I know Chris used to be on channel. He's doing very well with take and hold Tyranid. There's a list for take and hold where you take Norn emissaries, Norn assimilators in the assimilation swarm, where they just regain wounds and don't die. And you go, I've put 60 OC on this objective, and I've put 60 OC on this objective. It's toughness 11 with 32 wounds and a 5-up, feel no pain, 2-up, 4-up. It just doesn't fucking die. The problem was it just doesn't have a great amount of damage output, so I don't think it's a fun game. And that's why I haven't played it properly yet. I need to get. I built the Dimmacaria and I need to paint it. I can run him as a Norn assimilator, and then I've got 2 Pyrovores to do. But I think disruption and recon are really good for Tyranids because you have the uppy downy detachment, and you have you have access to subterranean assault and Vanguard invader, Vanguard something, and then the lictor detachment. And there's a lot of scoring. All you got to be able to do is hold an expansion objective and then be able to take the center objective off people. and like at the end by the end of the turn, and with access to loads and loads and loads of battle shock shenanigans. They're really good.
Chat, we are currently 11 members away from 150. And you're getting incredible Joe Tyrannid knowledge
Fun
here.
fact, I've been playing the Neurolictor wrong
Okay.
for 3 years, for an entire edition.
In a way that has been...
Negative to me.
Yes.
Because when enemies within 12 inches of a Neurolictor, you get +1 to wound them, which I have been doing for the whole edition. What I haven't been doing is that when your enemy unit is within 12 inches of a Neurolictor, they're -1 to hit.
He's much better, isn't he?
It's really good. Really good. I've been running 1 for most of the edition, but I've got 2 in my list now. Now I've learned. Because the problem is, and we've all done it, is where you read the rules for something, play it, and then you never look at its data sheet ever again.
So, yeah. Saray says, missed most of 10th. What's the consensus on 11th? It's much better, in my opinion. Much, much better.
It is an incredible edition.
Yeah. Much, much better.
Yeah.
I'm finally excited to make models again, so you know. Thank you, Narek, for 5. Oh, by the way, he says, when you say you feel like it's less obvious because it was not as big a change as 10th, I agree with you. I think 11th is like this, like, not quite a stealth update, but I think that people just haven't kind of got so excited about it because it isn't such a reset, and it's like you're still using the same codexes and stuff like that. But I think that the mission pack, the way the game plays now is just better. And I genuinely think, honestly, with some of the changes to things like engagement range and what have you, the way it plays is just nicer.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like a stealth, like the game plays differently, and how you build your army lists has changed, and how armies function on the table has massively changed as well. I think that's why a lot of people are like, "Oh, this army's dog shit now," and I'm like, "No, you just need to play the game how Games Workshop wants you to play it. You have to change how your army functions."
I think a lot of the changes with things like just dispositions and stuff now kind of encourages a lot of armies to play a little more narratively.
Yeah.
And so what had happened in 10th edition is people had found that there was a recipe to building a list that meant that you did well on 10th edition missions. And now I don't think that's as true anymore. I don't think it's a case of every army needs something that can block deep strike and something that can scout and something that can this. I think those things are still useful, but I just don't think now it's quite so cookie cutter, copy paste type of list, different army.
The changes from 10th to 11th, I think the biggest change that people are struggling with is that in 10th edition, armies were all damage. It was all efficient. How much efficiency can I get out of this unit? If I don't get 100% efficiency out of this unit, it's not worth taking. Whereas now, because strat stacking is gone and how characters interact with the game, you have to rely more on utility pieces and utility units, and like because of how cover has changed, people are like who were like, oh, in 10th edition, ignoring cover just meant that you got +1 AP. So everyone just took AP3, AP4. Whereas now you go, oh, I don't need AP3, AP4. I could probably get away with AP2, AP1. What I need is a unit or an ability that gives me access to ignore cover. So you have to find that stuff in your army, which I think a lot of people are struggling with.
Thank you, Narek, for 5 gifted memberships.
Thank you, Derek. I hope that you get a 4-door air fryer that is big enough to cook an entire roast dinner.
Here for it. Oh, fuck, I need to buy an air fryer as well. Jesus Christ.
You don't need an air fryer. We bought an air fryer. We got an air fryer for Christmas.
Honestly, Joe, I do so much cooking in an air fryer, especially because I'm going to be doing a lot of cooking for myself. I just think they're worth having now. I was like, when they came out and they were the big thing that everyone was talking about air fryers, I was like, nah, I don't need one of those. And I avoided it for ages. And then Kyle came in and donated one to the studio, and I started using it, and my life's changed. I use it for all sorts now.
We got a 2-door one at home, and I still use the oven. But I rarely use the air fryer.
No, I mostly air fry if I can.
But
Now I go straight to the back of the packet and see if it's got air fry instructions. Straight away, that's what I do.
I just do what Paddy taught me. Everything is 200 degrees, 12 minutes. Bang. If you need to, flip it, put it on for 5 minutes, done.
There you go.
That's all the instructions you need for air frying.
Iron Rouser, thank you for the one gifted. Pridders, thank you for the $5. Joe, thoughts on this? 30 Wolfguard Terminators, 20 of them have toughness 6. Logan Arjak, Terminator Captain with the enhancement to join Wolfguard Terminators. 10 Thunderhammer Terminators with an Ancient and +1 OC upgrade, Bjorn. So it's 40 Terminators, 4 characters, and Bjorn.
It's an army.
It's fucking cool.
It's a really cool army.
Can it work in this edition?
I mean, you just do take and hold. I would argue you don't need the 10 OC. You don't need the OC upgrade. Because
not on the Ancient, because he gives him an OC upgrade anyway, right?
Yeah, you don't need OC3 Terminators on that brick. Because they'll just fucking kill everything they touch, right? And the good thing about assault terminators are they battle shock units as well.
I assume I'm seeing the hammers and shields as well, so he'll be like, they'll all be in fucking shields. So they're all 4 wound dudes. That's pretty dirty, isn't it?
Maybe a combi lieutenant.
Oh, combi lieutenant's not a terrible shout. But he's quite lean on points here, mate. I think he's probably at 2,000 with all that. Do you know what, Predators? I'm being deadly serious here as well. As a list, will it win well? I don't know. Is it fucking cool as shit? You've got 40 Terminators with shields.
What it doesn't
That's
have
sick.
Is mortal wound protection. So what's happening now because of Space Marines and Librarians Conclave is that every Space Marine player is taking 10 Stern Guard Terminators with a librarian. So Stern Guard veterans with a librarian. And they tear through Terminators. What you want is Terminators with chaplains. Because chaplains give Terminators a 4 at Feel No Pain versus Dev.
What I want is
it's a cool list.
What I want is to copy that list. I want to copy that list and do something similar.
I did. I wrote one very, very similar to it.
I love it. I love it, but there's so much.
I like it a lot.
Full fucking shield wall is cool as shit.
I have, because I'm not going to get around to it in a while, I've done a similar one in Imperial Fists, which has got 20 Assault Terminators in it that are all -1 to be wounded.
Can I steal it, Predators? Is that allowed?
But it also has 20 Heavy Intercessors that all ignore cover.
Chaplain's a +1 wounds. Oh, yeah, Chaplain instead of... I'm going to start list writing because I love that. I love that.
You get a microwave air fryer now. I don't trust it. Because I can't imagine it does both of those jobs well. You know, like washer dryers. Never really dry your clothes. Ever. I really, my only issue with that Terminator list is it's very much a one-trick pony.
I mean, it is.
I don't see it being as enjoyable game 1 as it is enjoyable game 10. You know?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Once you've just not died for 4 games.
Yeah, once you've just stood there and not died for a while, I think...
Space Wolves, Strike Force.
Why have I got to look insane?
What's the fucking detachments that you're using? Champions?
Yeah, I talked about that. It's talking about the raccoon from earlier. Yeah, Wolf. I think the Wolfguard Terminator list has legs. I don't think you take 30 though. I think you take 20 Wolfguard Terminators and then you take some utility. in your army to do stuff.
What's the detachments?
I don't have the rules on my app. There's a Terminator detachment, and then there's another one.
Yeah, but I'm trying to work out which the Terminator one is.
I'm sure.
I guess it's Legends of Saga and Song, which is Adeptus Astartes Terminators have +1 to charge rolls.
Yeah.
So take Legends of Saga and Song, and then I would absolutely, in that particular list, take Saga of the Beast Slayer at the same time. Confirmed attachment.
That's the one that gives you the sustained hits lethal. It gives you
Lethal hits versus monsters and vehicles. Because apart from the Thunderhammer Terminators, you're going to struggle with monsters and vehicles. Create army. Characters.
I mean, if you
I'm
don't
literally
mind,
list building live. Arjak Cockfist.
if you don't mind the models, I do think Wolfen have a place. I do think Thunderwolves also have a place as well.
Logan of the Grimnar.
Yeah, I do think.
Chaplain.
I think Thunderwolves are still good.
Chaplain and Terminator armor. I like having Bjorn in there as well because he's just nice for CP. I'm a big fan of that.
I think Bjorn's really good for just holding your home.
Bjorn.
Um,
Can you give the chaplain the enhancement that lets him join
I think it's only Terminator captains.
Oh, is it? No. Oh, he's not for that anyway. He's for the fucking assault Terminators. So Captain in Terminator armor, he can take the enhancement that lets me do...
What was the one I wrote one very similar. It was like Space Wolves, greatest hits.
Oh, no, that's not. That's a different...
It was Arjak, 10 Terminators, Bjorn.
You can't...
Captain in Terminator armor, 10 Wolfguard Terminators. Logan, 10 Terminators. Ragnar, 10 Blood Claws. Wolfguard Battle Leader, 6 Head Takers.
You can't... The captain can't join the normal Wolfguard Terminators unless you take Saga.
You take Grimnir's Mark.
Yeah, it's great. You need the Saga of the Great Wolf.
Yeah.
So you can't take Beast Slayer.
No.
But what Saga of the Great Wolf give you instead of Beast Slayer? Oh, this is interesting. I'm excited now. Space Wolves. Detachments. Saga of the Great Wolf is 2 detachment points. In your command phase, select one of the hunting packs listed below. Until the start of your next command phase, that hunting pack is active. You can only select each hunting pack once per battle. Encircling Jaws, this unit can reroll advanced rolls and charge rolls. Hunter's Eye, each time one of this unit makes a ranged attack, add 1 to the hit roll, no one cares. Ferocious Strike, each time this unit selected to fight, select either lethal or sustained. Once per battle, when selecting a hunting pack for the Master of Wolves detachment or above, if a Logan Grimnar model from your army is on the battlefield, you can select a hunting pack you have already selected this battle. So you get 4 of them if you pick Logan. You get Taken Hold, access to Taken Hold, strats. Fight phase. So you've got Armor of Contempt. Select 1 hunting pack from Master of Wolves detachment until start your next command phase. That hunting pack is active. That's not bad. Fenrisian Ferocity. Walkers that haven't moved can move through terrain. Not massive, but you have got Bjorn. Movement phase. Until the end of the turn, you're eligible to declare a charge in a turn in which it fell back. That's good. Eye of the Pack has not been selected to shoot this phase. Each time, until the end of the phase, each time a model in your unit makes an attack, you can add 1 to the wound roll. Actually make Stormbolters okay. But we don't have any of those because we've got shields.
I do like having like double assault cannon in the... I had double assault cannon in my 30 Terminators because it reduces the points enough to get a few little extra bits in. You got a couple guys with 3 wounds.
Other data sheets. Wolfguard Sperminators. That bang. And then we need Assault Terminators. Or is it Terminators with assault weapons? Who knows how they fucking word them nowadays? Terminator Assault Squad. Cool. Make Logan the Warlord so we can get rid of that little error fucking message. No one is taking a mastercrafted power weapon and a storm bolter.
Unless it's free, you know. It says that currently you can have unlimited CP. I would imagine that will probably change back in the new in the update next week. We've been playing only one per turn. I wouldn't get comfortable generating more than one CP a turn, because you don't want to learn to rely on it and then have it change in the FAQ. Yeah, I like the head taker mod. It's Space Wolves is an army that I want to do.
It's interesting.
As
Interesting.
a fun little painting project as well.
Thank you, Saray, for becoming a member as well. What a legend. 140 members, Joe.
100%.
60 more members and we can hit the whole day target in a single Liam and Joe show.
Very exciting.
It is very exciting, isn't it? Go on, chat. You can do it. I believe in you. It's whether you want to do it, chat. That's the question. 23, 24. Did you want to do it? I now want many Terminators. I've got a message from TJ. Do you need to look at that now?
I forget how much of a living hell building these fucking. It's the sub-assembly hell as well. The Raider kit. It's just a million teeny tiny pieces. What I need to do is I had to dig out all of my magnets from home as well.
Tacoma Open FAQs, a lot of that stuff like CP Generation to 1x10.
Yeah.
In collaboration with GW. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, most of the Opens are managed by Games Workshop as well. So I would imagine that the Tacoma Open spreadsheet is very much the basis of the balance that will come this week. They said on Friday 10 days, didn't they?
Yeah.
So it'll either come. I don't see it landing on the weekend though, but maybe. Otherwise, we're looking at Monday? It'll be Friday or Monday, I reckon. One of the two. Which is exciting, because I imagine they've got insane levels of feedback.
Yeah, I reckon they have.
Right.
Right, that's everything we've got for all your comments. Anything else you guys want to talk about? 22nd of July for Balance Thursday. Anything else at all that you guys want to talk about? Don't forget that the giveaway is still live, so if you want to enter and have a chance of winning a £100 voucher for a Games Workshop or an independent retailer of your choosing, you just got to gift 5 or more members. And for every member you gift, you'll get... every 5 members you gift, you'll get an entrance into the giveaway. So if you give 10, you get 2 entries. If you give 20, you're then spending the amount of money that the giveaway's worth, so it's probably not worth it. But if you win, you then break even, right? Or you can do crazy things like what Shovel Monkey's just done and gift another 20 members, Joe.
Oh, lovely jubbly.
Shovel Monkey, that's 40 members. That does mean you've got multiple chances of winning now. But I will be drawing them at random using a random number generator on Google tomorrow on stream. And the stream will probably be earlier, but because it's a stream, obviously it stays up on demand so anyone can see it afterwards. The stream will be earlier because of World Cup. England in the semi-final probably getting beaten by Argentina. And although I think that's likely, I also want to watch. Because I do like football.
missing the two posts that go in the middle.
What's the chances of us getting the We Try game streams where you have a pop out of the games? High. It's one of those things that in my list of things that I really want to do is quite high up there. Where Joe and I, we've got here the starter set for Middle Earth. We've got the starter set for Bolt Action. I would like me and Joe, whether we do it on Liam and Joe shows in the future at the table, which is definitely possible, or whether we do it on the Monday evening shows that I was on about bringing in, and Joe comes in on the rare occasions to do learn Middle Earth, learn Bolt Action. I'd love to do that content. I think it'd be fun. I think it fits the channel vibe. I think we can drop the production value ever so slightly and just go, cool, we're learning the game here. And I can probably make enough buttons on an iPad that I can control the stream from here. I think that'd be fun. I'd be into it.
Yeah.
Have you ever wanted to play like Middle Earth or anything like that?
Yeah, I've said for a while now that I wouldn't mind playing.
Yeah, we promised Pridders we'd play Middle Earth a long time ago, and we need to follow through on that. So that's definitely happening. Bolt Action, I don't think we promised anyone, but one of the guys, one of our channel members, got the starter set painted for us to use it. So and Bolt Action's a game. I've not played the newest edition, but the last edition of Bolt Action I thought was a fucking great game, and I really liked it. And from what I've heard, the new edition is just improved, but I don't know.
Yeah, I really like the new edition. I've only played it like twice, the new edition, but it is great. I'm missing the fucking. There's a bit that goes here that that sits on, and then you have the fucking sail. The sail holder is gone, so I might have to just put it on there.
But yeah, so in short, yes. I'd also like to try other things like we've got Drop Fleet Commander downstairs now. I've got myself a fleet of that, but Toby and Derek have got a couple of fleets that are all painted up, so we can do that on stream. And Toby knows it, so I'm sure he'll come in and do the game with us on stream so we can showcase Drop Fleet. So I don't want to limit to just Games Workshop, hence Bolt Action. And a lot of other games don't have like a high buy-in to get something ready for a stream.
No.
Because they're not fucking 2,000 points and fucking 100 models aside. So I'd like to try the stuff. I'm other game curious since opening Hobby House. Yeah. Thank you, Plummy Plum, for 5 gifted memberships.
Thank you, Plummy Plum. I hope that I hope that you get a Warhammer equivalent of a golf caddy that like moves all your models around for you when you go to events.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah.
Just a fucking minion following you around.
Yeah.
Your own version of a house elf.
Yeah. That moves your army around for you.
That's a strong hope. Thank you, Mordy Hammer, for 10 gifted memberships.
10 gifted memberinos.
From Mordy Hammer, yeah.
I hope, Mordy Hammer, that you that you collect all 150 original Pokemon in shinies.
Oh,
Yeah.
you just wished him fucking wealth, mate.
Yeah. Well, you can't sell them. I mean, you can do if you want to, but it's not the point of the gift.
Okay. And then thank you, Buckshot, for 5 more gifted memberships. After you gave him that amazing Isle of Wight fairy hope that he loved, he's come back for another hope, Joe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Who?
Buckshot, Mr. Joe. Isle of Wight Joe.
Isle of Wight Joe. I hope, Isle of Wight Joe, that
Isle of Wight Joe's his name now.
Isle of Wight Joe. That you get unlimited pickle ketchup.
Oh.
Heinz do pickle flavour ketchup, and it's fucking... It is S tier. It's the S tier of ketchups.
Chat, we're in a mental world. We're actually 20 members away from 200 memberships, which is fucking mad. Thank you so much. You guys are fucking insane, and we love you. We literally can't sit here doing this without you people. You're very important. Aren't they, Joe?
Yeah. I've lost a spike.
Is it your turn to lose a thing?
Ah, it's gone now.
It's gone.
It lives in the other realm.
In the floor drobe.
Yeah. I'm not going to bother. It's the world's tiniest little spike. I'd say the worst thing about Drakari, one of the worst and the best things about Drakari is the Raider. I love the... doesn't it already live on the Isle of Wight?
Use your words.
I don't live on the Isle of Wight, no.
Isle of Wight Joe lives on the Isle of Wight.
Yeah.
This isn't Isle of Wight Joe. We've only ever referred to him as just Joe.
Yeah.
The national treasure.
Yeah.
Who must be protected.
We live in a world of multiple Joes.
What a time to be alive. I had one of the multiple Joes in here on Friday.
Which one?
The one who used to be of Tabletop Tactics fame.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Of Mr. the Beard?
Yeah, he came to say hello. Shared a coffee, a catch up. It was lovely.
You shared a coffee?
Well, no, you know what I mean. We weren't both sipping from the same cup.
You're not doing that bad off, are you?
Not fucking far off, mate.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. Thank you, Mr. the Deacon, for 5 more gifted memberships. Boring job today, is it?
I'm having a day off. I hope that because of the heat, all of your clients tell you to not show up, but they still pay you.
Oh, strong. That's a great hope. That's a great hope for Mr. Deacon. 15 to go, team. Fucking legend. Thank you, Deeks, for 20 in total. Thank you, Shovel Monkey, for 40 total. That's insane.
Oh. Come on. Have Games Workshop said when they're putting out the new Orc stuff? The Kill Team. When's the Kill Team coming, chat? I want my piggies.
Oh my god. Did you set the airbrush up that I bought for the studio? Have you used it yet? Is it any good?
I've not used it yet. I was going to wait until I built all the Drakari.
Okay.
Because then I can just fucking...
Blitz it.
Yeah, blast through. What I need to do is get Fatty Head Knights of Celeste Man so I could get his little umbrella.
I've heard rumours, right, that this edition is going to be the edition. You know, you said that like last edition was the edition of loss.
Yeah.
There's rumours out there that this edition is going to be the edition of gain.
Of gains.
Yeah.
And that's why we're getting Catachan. Because they're all gains.
Yeah, but in seriousness, it might mean that, Jay. It might actually mean Catachans. It might mean fucking Vect comes back.
Vect would be cool. I feel like Drakari lost a lot. Not just models, but they lost good rules as well. My biggest gripe, having like reading the Drakari Codex a lot at the moment, their rules, is that they got proper screwed on the new Codex.
Did they?
Because like I don't like the current pain mechanic at all. Because they took the pain mechanic from the index, which was like re-roll hits or re-roll charges or whatever. You use a pain token, which is fine. They removed that from the game and just said that your normal unit rules that you had in the index, you had 2 bullet points. One of them is a rule that's always active, and the other one you have to use pain tokens to activate. So they just lost the whole mechanic. I don't like. I was talking to my dad about this. That I don't like mechanics that require balancing a resource that you gain throughout the game. from like killing stuff, because they're not all built equally, right? So if you look at sisters, like when they have their stuff killed, they get the coins, the miracle points, where they can just sub in a dice roll. Eldar have the whole new page of like cool maneuvers they can do, whereas Drakari were like, you have to get kills or cause battle shocks, and then you can just do the things that you could already do.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
And it really bugs me. I want Power from Pain to go back to the previous iteration where it was like a scaling of power output. So turn one, it was like +1 weapon skill, and then it was like +1 ballistic skill, and then it was like +1 strength, and it was like +1 attack. But they fucking broke it in 9th edition, where they gave your entire army advance and charge turn 2, which was insane. But part of me is like, go back to before, where it's like, instead of advance and charge, you go, how about +2 move, or
There's cool extra things.
yeah, or like +1 strength, I think is really good. +1 weapon skill, +1 ballistic skill, +1 toughness. Like, just have them as stat modifiers.
I think you can do other modifiers as well. Like, I think you can get to like battle round 5 and be like +1 to wound.
Or increase invulnerable saves or something. Because their invulnerable saves are like, Drakari to me are a true reflection of what Eldar should be in the glass cannon army. 6th edition Eldar was the best version of Eldar. It was the perfect reflection of balance of damage output and lack of resilience, right? And they kind of missed the boat a little bit on Drakari till 7th. Whereas now, Eldar have damage output and resilience. And it's kind of flipped. But like Drakari now don't have much damage output, and they have 0 resilience. And you kind of really have to stack abilities and stuff to kind of achieve anything.
I don't know, yeah.
I think Drakari could stay its current resilience, but just have a little bit of damage output increase. Would be nice.
Cool. Thank you, Shovel Monkey, for the €50. Pink one, Joe.
Oh,
Evening. Enjoying this edition immensely. Last played in 2003. I left school in 2003. Going home now. Hope you have a good night. Where were you? What were you doing? Thank you for the pink one. You absolute hero. What a legend. And we're 15 members away from 200 members, Joe.
15?
There's 3 people gifted 5. Not only would they get an entry into our giveaway, we would then get to 200, and that'd be insane. How's your raider going? I do love the fucking Drakari, like, aesthetic with like the pirate raiding boats and stuff.
I love it.
But and I'm going to be a real pain in the arse, and I know you're going to have a reaction to this, but I'm going to say it anyway. I know you're going to have a reaction to this. I hate it with Venoms and Raiders and Starweaver transports, etc. when people don't build the crew.
Yeah.
I hate it. Despite the fact that I'm sure they're a pain and I'm sure they break and they're a nightmare to paint, I just prefer.
Well, they're a nightmare to build and paint and just do anything with, really.
I need to have the crew on there. I have to.
Oh yeah, it looks a million times better when it has everything on it that it should do. But I think that there is a certain like bit of a laziness level to it, for a lot of people, because it does require an insane level of fucking sub-assembly to get it done.
Yeah. I was making Harlequin boats ages ago, a couple of years ago, and I glued all the crew on.
Yeah.
But I wasn't intending, like, I didn't feel it was that bad because I wasn't intending to paint diamonds. I felt like it was okay.
I think the thing is, though, with the crew, you have to paint them separately to the vehicle, because otherwise they just make painting the vehicle a million times harder.
At the moment, I'm obsessed with jet bikes. I want all the jet bikes all the time.
I think the jet bikes for Eldar are very, very good. They're great for recon missions. Just go to a place, score points. Well done.
Yeah. Well, hopefully. And you know what? Who doesn't want like 30 shuriken cannons?
Orcs, I guess.
Touche.
Although orcs are very, very good at the moment. Orcs are doing insanely well.
Are they?
Yeah. But they're just playing. Is it Green Tide? It's just 120 orc boys. Because it's 120 orc boys with a fucking 5-up invuln and a feel no pain, and they regen models. And I think it's just like here's like 60 boys stood on objectives, and here's 40 boys that I just shoved down your throat, and you kind of just have to deal with.
So they're doing well, right? Because they're winning, is what you're saying. But is it fun to play with and or against? Because it sounds like, from what you're saying, they've just gone war of attrition. You can't kill enough of me. That doesn't sound all that fun to me.
I mean, it is narrative, you know.
Yeah, I guess it is. That's true.
It is a narrative army because it is an actual orc horde. I think the problem with orcs is currently they can have 3 characters joined to a unit of 20.
A support and 2 leaders.
Yeah. And I think that's broken them a little bit. Because like one guy gives them an invuln, one guy gives them a feel no pain, and one makes them all hit on 2s. And you can regen models. I think what they need to do is change it so they can still only have 2 models join them. Because then it becomes a choice. Like, because you can have units that kind of still have all the same abilities, but you spread the love out.
It's quite easy to word as well, though, isn't it? If this unit contains 20 models, you can have 2 leaders, and then add a caveat: this unit cannot have any more than 2 characters attached at any one time.
Yeah.
There you go, fixed. Just done. Done.
Yeah. I think that it's. I don't think because the way of how the characters interact with the units and give them all the buffs. Like, no one can kill that many boys. Yeah. And I think, like, it is a way of winning. I just don't know if it's an enjoyable way of winning.
I forgot how much I love Farseers and Warlocks on bikes.
I need a pointing hand or something. What arms have we got here?
It's my favourite fucking kit. I love it. Love it. It's just the boys unit, but yeah, I agree with Joe on that one. It's a bit broken. It's not the worst, but it is a bit broken.
I think you say it's not the worst, but you haven't played against it yet.
No, granted, it's true. But I think 2 characters or 3 characters is not going to make a massive difference to me if I'm playing against 120 boys. I think I'm going to hate it either way.
Yeah.
As long as 3 of those units have always got pain boys in there, then, you know, and they've all got Fear No Pains and Invulnerable Saves, I'm going to hate it. And Fear No Pains is an interesting one in the new edition as well, because I feel like Fear No Pains is the thing that's now kind of a bit shit, because fast rolling is great until Fear No Pains exist.
Yeah.
And you kind of have to slow down, and I don't know if I love that, you know?
But I think some armies need Feel No Pains to just stay on the table.
Yeah, probably.
Like orc boys without Feel No Pains just fucking evaporate.
That sounds good though. That sounds good to me.
And orcs are supposed to be resilient, right? They're supposed to be able to shrug off las guns.
What I'm hearing is orc boys is the new meta, Liam. So stop building shuriken cannons and start building scat lasers.
I still think the shuriken cannon's better, because what happens when you go into fucking toughness 11 Tyranids.
Yeah, true.
With a 2-up save.
I hate the fact you always come up with your logic.
Because you're not only going to play against orcs. Because you could go to a tournament and then never play orcs.
Yeah, well, actually, this is another reason why I think 11th is a success. I actually am getting an urge to go to tournaments.
Yeah?
And in the future, there's going to be weekends where I don't have the kids. If there's no kids, no football match, tournament.
God, these little fucking spikes.
I miss tournaments.
I kind of hope that the Raider doesn't get changed, because my biggest fear is that they update it and they make it more pieces, and that would be a nightmare.
Mm-hmm. Right, chat's getting a bit quiet now. Have you got anything else you want to ask us, chat? I feel like the Feel No Pain had to exist in what basically 10.5 ed, but when 12 rolls round, it either disappears or changes massively. Maybe, yeah. Precision out the pain, boys, what I'm hearing. 100% if you can.
Yeah, because I think the FAQ will change that if you have a healing mechanic, you cannot bring characters back. Or if you bring them back, they can't come back in the unit they were in, which I do find is a weird rule.
Come to Gosport and do Rearguard Renegades tournaments, Liam. I'm not against that if it's a weekend where the stars align. If I don't have the kids that weekend and there's no Southampton home game, I'm not against that as an option. The problem I have, though, Andy, if I'm honest, right, the problem that I have is that what I've done is I've built a venue downstairs with premium drinks, air conditioning, music, massive amounts of space, charging on tables. So do I get that at a Rearguard Renegades tournament? The downside is I've created this venue and I firmly don't believe in playing in your own tournaments.
Yeah.
I don't think a head TO can be playing in their own events. So I've created a venue. I've created an event space that I definitely want to play in, and I can't play in it. Much fun. So, should we call it there, Joe? Because I was hoping we'd get these 50 members to get us over the line.
Yeah.
But it's not going to happen. I hate the fight on death prevents the overrun rule. Does it? That coming back separately thing covers characters with their own resurrection, e.g. Titan, Celestine.
I think it makes sense that fight on death prevents overrun, because like you can't overrun because the people that you're killed, like you're still fighting.
Yeah.
Still, they're fighting a bit more hard. You're too busy dealing with that problem to run into someone else. Because fight on death is a mechanic in itself. It is a resilience mechanic in itself.
Yeah, I think it also gives fight on death more versatility. And actually, there's units where fighting on death into other units is kind of pointless because they're just not going to do any damage. But now it has a purpose.
Yeah.
So it's more multi-use now, which I think is good.
I feel like Feel No Pain could in itself become, instead of a roll, just becomes a -1 to be wounded mechanic.
Thank you so much to Springies for 5 gifted memberships. You're now entered into the competition.
Thank you, Springies. I hope that you you win a competition to get an entirely new bed and mattress and bed covers and stuff.
Can I have that competition, please?
And there's it's unlimited what you could spend.
Can I win that competition, Joe, please?
No,
Instead?
no, because I can't win the competitions that we have. So
If you gifted 5 members, you'd be in with a chance of winning a £100 voucher.
nah.
We have a TA playing as a ringer, but they probably take part in the tournament and their opponents get well. Yeah, ringers from just standard TAs make sense. So that I would hate for a person to turn up to play 5 games of Warhammer, only to find that they don't have an opponent and they get a bye and they just sit there. I hate it. I'd rather have a TO as a ringer who goes, I'll drop in for a game.
I think player judges and stuff is fine, but if it's your event that you play in and you win it, I think it creates an image problem, right? Because then people start to ask questions, because if you win your own events multiple times, people, whether you've been naughty or you've done it legitimately, people will always think negatively of you. Mm-hmm. I think by being a head judge and not playing, you are protecting yourself.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, especially as a head judge.
As a head judge, like if you're named on the door, you know,
Yeah.
and you win a tournament, I feel like it's bad vibes.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. I am. And then people went mental, right? Thank you, Grimdark Mark, for 5 gifted memberships.
Thank you, Grimdark Mark, for 5 gifted memberships. All right. I hope every time you go to a shop that has like a supermarket that has like a deli counter of hot meats, like rotisserie chickens and such, when you get there, they've literally only just put them out. It's fresh.
That's amazing.
A fresh rotisserie chicken.
And Deeks must have had a good paying customer lately, Joe.
Yeah.
Because he's rocked up and chucked us another 10 gifted memberships.
Oh, Deeks.
Fucking hell, Deeks. Love you, Sam.
Um,
I'll let you off not finishing the fucking floor. You beautiful human. Thank you for thinking.
I mean, did he run out of actual?
He ran out of materials.
Yeah.
He literally couldn't finish it.
Yeah.
He literally couldn't finish it, mate.
Yeah.
He ran out of stuff.
Yeah.
So it's not his fault. But that doesn't mean I can't fucking rip him for it at every given opportunity.
Yeah. Even though it wasn't his fault.
Even though it wasn't his fault, correct.
I hope Deeks that was Deeks, wasn't it? Yeah. I hope Deeks that just for you, Games Workshop release all of the Death Watch kill teams in plastic as an actual kit, which I think is their biggest problem at the moment.
Right, Joe, we've done 3.5 hours.
Oh,
Do you think that's enough?
yeah, why not?
Yeah?
Yeah.
You people have been fucking insane and amazing, and we appreciate you. Thank you so much. Like I said, we haven't got a third person for a game tonight, and I have got stuff to do. I'm moving house on Friday. This week's a bit all over the place, if I'm honest. The only normal day is probably Thursday. So tomorrow's stream is going to be earlier. I suspect it will be around 6 p.m, maybe even earlier again, depending on how I feel. So I can be done by 7:30, so I can watch the football at 8 o'clock, right? What I'll also do tomorrow, because I'm going to sit now with a spreadsheet and put all of your names into the giveaway if you gifted 5 or more members. And I'll build that and I'll stick it in my shared drive. And tomorrow I'll draw it live on air and I'll use Google's random number generator. And one of you will win a £100 voucher. And then I'll get you to message me or email me and we'll get that sorted. I think I saw Whitey55 in the chat earlier as well. I need to sort your voucher out for you as well, dude, which is probably on tomorrow's to-do list. It's a bit all over the place right now because I'm trying to sort out house moving stuff and I fucking lost like 4 hours of admin time this morning, just house moving shit. So that's tomorrow. Thursday's normal. Friday there is no stream because it's moving day. So I'll be fucking unpacking a van and building fucking flat pack furniture and
IKEA
shit.
furniture.
And going to Tesco's and buying knives and forks and plates and cups because I'm,
Are you gonna look out for the best autistic cutlery you can find?
it needs to, at this moment, Joe, it just needs to be fucking cheap, mate.
It's got to be the right shape.
What's the right
size.
shape?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
So there will be content. And then next week it will be really fucking weird because everything will be here because my internet in the new place doesn't go in until Tuesday the 28th. And I'm hoping they'll come in and do it in the morning so then we can make a normal Liam and Joe show on that Tuesday. But that's the earliest I can get internet installed at the new place. Yeah, and I've got temporary internet in the meantime in the new place so I can, watch TV and shit, but I don't think it will allow me to stream because I don't think it'll have a high enough upload speed for streaming. So basically, I'll keep telling you people, I'll keep communicating, but it's a bit weird for a week or two, and you guys are amazing. And then once that's settled and once it's all sorted, then at that point, we're gonna get back on and we're gonna make these improvements that Joe's been talking about, and we're gonna add maybe extra shows in and all kinds of stuff. All right, so things to be positive about. Isn't that right, Joe?
Yes. Just organising my little people.
And Joe's
I've got a little bird to give someone. I don't know who to give it to. I won't put it on here.
And Joe's Dracari that he loves. Look at that. Cool. You guys have been insane. Thank you so much for joining us for 3.5 hours, for chatting, for asking questions, for talking, for super chatting, and importantly for gifting memberships. Thank you so much, you wonderful human beings. We ended on over 200, which is insane. So yeah, I'll let you go home tonight.
Nice.
You guys are fucking awesome. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye, whatever time.